Hey, I'm Will.
I'm Maurice.
And I'm Noah. And this is the Crippled Pod.
You are listening to an unsponsored podcast. If you would like to sponsor this podcast, please reach out to us on our Instagram page.
Yellow boy.
What's up?
Oh, Will's just hacking up in the.
Save that cough for the.
I know you
tried.
You get a whole countdown. You could have coughed beforehand, but no.
I didn't have to cough until I said
Will's
something.
like, guys, notice me. I'm here too. I'm gonna cough in my mic.
Yeah.
That's exactly what happened. Now listen.
Stop inhaling your own spit. Learn how to breathe.
What?
Listen, boys. I have no housekeeping this week. The only housekeeping we need to do is cleaning up the rest of this book.
Yep.
Right? We're done with Deadhouse Gates.
Yep.
Chapters. We're going through chapters 20 through the epilogue. We're going to keep everything pretty normal. Will has promised us incredible speeches that he has about points of this, about this end. Yep. So we're going to give Will a lot of time this week to talk.
Oh.
So it may be a little different for you guys to have to listen to Will ramble on for a while. So just a heads up.
I never talked the other time.
I am, yeah, you know, it's, I just want to get it. I just want to get into this before we're even 2 minutes in. How does that sound?
Let's do it.
Let's go, guys. Chapter 20. Kalam travels towards Oh, hold on. That's my bad. That's my bad. Kalam travels towards Malaz Island aboard the Ragstopper with Salk Alan, who reveals he knows about Kalam's plan against Empress Lysine. Meanwhile, at Azeth House, Tremolor, Fiddler, Absolar, Crocus, Mappo, and the others narrowly escape a swarm of divers' blood flies and enter the house. Inside, they discover the corpse of a previous guardian and receive Moranth munitions from Quickbin before finding a portal leading to Deadhouse in Malaz City. Elsewhere, Coltane's exhausted army continues its desperate retreat as Duiker escorts the refugees to Erin, barely reaching the city before enemy forces arrive. In shadow, the demon Apt and the boy Panic meet Coltillion, who warns that the boy has been changed by the shadow, but promises they will protect him. Back in Malaz Harbor, Salk Alan reveals himself as Pearl of the Claw, betrays Kalam, and stabs him before throwing him overboard. Apt arrives to help Kalam, battling Pearl's demons as the Ragstopper sinks in the chaos. There's your question from earlier, Will. This is the one where Duiker is leading them away.
Yes.
Good chapter.
Yes.
Lots of jumping around.
This is a good one. I was... Let me see. I'm trying to get my bearings a little bit here. It's been
Hold on, guys.
2 weeks since I finished this chapter.
Vamp, 3 guys in hats.
What?
I'm just trying to fill the dead space.
Oh yeah, no, I know. You're good. Maurice, can you start us off? Because I'm
Yeah, dog, let's go. Okay, so first off the bat, we're in the Ragstopper, and fucking Sakalan is here.
Sakalan!
Finally reveal that this motherfucker's Pearl. He's Pearl.
Yeah, he's a big dog.
Yeah, dude. So Pearl's bitch ass dropped off Lysariel in Arryn.
Mm-hmm.
She got arrested, and he jumped on the Ragstopper. But so if I'm remembering this correctly, he was the one that was responsible for putting it all together. Like Callum, the reason why Kalam was even on the Ragstopper in the first place was because of Sakalan. So they get him on there, and we find out that, I guess, Sakalan's been doing all this shit. He's been having them under this, like, sorceress, whatever, and so he freezes Kalam, which is some crazy fucking sorcery. I mean, he's got this whole ship under, like, a cloud, and he freezes Kalam, and then stabs him, and then throws him in the water. Does that happen?
Yes, that's this chapter where he stabs him.
Okay, yeah. I'm just staying on that story for a second.
Yeah, stay on it.
And he's like, it'll fade once you hit the water. Wait, no, does that happen in this chapter?
Wait, that's what I'm trying to catch up on.
He gets thrown overboard in this chapter. He gets stabbed. in this
Oh,
chapter.
at the very end of the chapter.
Yes,
Okay. In
yes.
the beginning, he's
That's like the cliffhanger.
I'm gonna go meet my buddies at Deadhouse, at
Yes.
the Deadhouse Gates, and he's like, no. So at the end of this, he stabs him, throws him in the water. Oh, crazy shit happens. Then Axe shows up.
Yes, in defense of
In defense of Kalam, and Pearl's like, hey, good to see you again. And then he's like,
because they fought the simp god together. Yeah.
Okay, not good, I guess. I guess you're not here for me. Fuck. So he's like, I'm gonna summon a demon. And he summons a demon. The demon fights Pearl, and then oh shit, this is okay. We also
It's been a while since we read this chapter, boys.
Well, yeah, this chapter has a lot in it too. It jumps around
Yeah.
a lot.
this is where we find out who the captain is. If you're paying attention.
Allegedly. Yeah.
If you're paying attention,
It's Duerker's
you know,
one arm.
It's Duerker's one arm grown into no. He is Cartherol Crust, who was an admiral, who was for the old guard. He was with the Emperor.
Wasn't he was High Fist at one point, wasn't he? Before
Maybe he might have been High Fist. He supposedly drowned in Malazan Harbor or whatever, and then fucking bitch ass. So Stormy and Gessler, when Coltane was like, "What would Crust have done?" He said he would have punched me in the face, and then Coltane punches him in the face. This is the guy who would have punched him in the face.
Yes.
So this is the kind of I love this little vague mention of the old guard. He's not a big character. He's just running this ship. I thought that was really funny. And then
and Crust is only mentioned a couple of times in the book. It'd be very, very easy to overlook it completely.
Yes.
I
didn't see it on first read. I didn't know.
That's one thing I will say, that doing the book club I think helps all of us a little bit with this, because I didn't catch that whatsoever when I read it, and then in the comments someone had mentioned it.
Maurice's things to remember are for this type of shit, because right.
Remember that name.
It'll fall off. Yeah, remember that name, Crust. Palette. Okay, but then Kalam just falls into a fucking. He's like, when the water hits you. Somebody had mentioned how Majory doesn't work in running water. I don't think that's the case.
I
saw somebody say something about that. That is not the case.
That's
here.
not
the
been
reason why
indicated. Yeah.
I think he was just once you hit the water, it'll. I don't know.
Well, Pearl is
Break the
playing
spell.
games. He's playing games, basically. So he wants Kalam, he could have slit his throat. He could have just killed him. He doesn't want to do that. He wants to weaken him and then make him work for it, essentially, is the way it's implied.
Which I respect.
Right. Yeah, of course you do.
Yeah.
So he stabs him. He stabs him, and then throws him into shark-infested waters while he's actively.
And then,
bleeding. So in
the distance, the captain sees a woman on a horse jump into the fucking water, and he's like, "Clear the sharks for that lady."
Yeah.
And
I enjoy that, because it's basically what he says is anyone who's that fucking stupid, we need to protect. So, which is great. So then they're going to use their mages to clear the sharks, while she rides a horse through the ocean. What the fuck kind of horse? That was my question.
People? No, you're a horse people,
yes.
right? Can horses
Horses
swim?
can swim.
When would I be on a horse?
I just assumed you came from an affluent background. You are.
I'm gonna make
Nepo
myself
baby.
look bad here. My family had horses when I was a kid. So
I like how the
You're
guy.
Nepo baby?
I like how you can't talk to the
No.
guy from Kentucky about horses, but the guy who's lived in cities his whole life.
Come on, dude. Come on, dude.
I just assumed you came from obscene liberal wealth.
No, I come from golden age old money. So I mean, we have
That's horse money, dude.
No. So
money.
we have
No, he's
horses.
more
We have
Rockefeller.
we have
Less horses,
horses.
more
We just
Rockefeller.
don't fuck with them. They just make us money. Kind
of
we have
like
people. So we hire
Not
people
Get
like
Out.
Will's family to live on our farm
What's that?
to take care of the
Jordan Peele movie?
horses.
What's the Jordan Peele movie?
Oh shit, dude. Yeah, no, okay, so I did grow up with horses. Horses can swim. They're not, like, exceptional swimmers.
What a question. No, I don't believe that. They can't swim, I decided, right now. Look, we've already established I'm from the old
I'm going to ask Google AI. Can horses swim?
They probably look so stupid when they swim.
Horses are natural swimmers and can typically cover about half a mile without training. They tire quickly.
Have you guys seen a moose swim?
I like a moose.
Like, just in general, yes, I have seen moose.
No, bro, those videos online of, like, people are, like, paddling on
Dude, they're terrifying.
And they put the camera underwater and there's a fucking moose.
Big old antlers, dude. Just fucking.
Have you seen...
Crazy.
Dude, there's a video out there of a water buffalo in the water actually swimming. Have you seen this thing? It looks like a fucking sea monster. Like, I saw this explained one time, and it's like, it's really no surprise that people worshipped these animals as gods when you see them in
their
like,
natural habitat.
Their natural habitat. Like, have you ever seen... There's some pictures out there of, like, a foggy morning in Alaska and a moose, like, walking in the fog. Like, it's fucking
fuck
terrifying.
that. Out. That's why I don't...
Terrifying.
That's why I don't go out.
Shit.
Are you looking at scary stuff
this is the
swimming?
kind of shit I'm talking about, dog. Hold up.
Is this the moose or the water buffalo?
The water buffalo.
Yeah,
water
dude.
buffalo, dude. This thing's insane.
Noah's got his sword for protection.
I just like to hold it.
Hold up. Here we go.
They look like monsters Link would fight
Swing it,
in one of
dang.
those games.
They do, dude. Link would get them. Oh, here we go. We're sharing pictures.
Yeah, dude. There it is.
No, fuck that.
Jordan, this guy, he's like, no.
Nah.
Yeah, that video is where I saw it. That's his video that I saw.
Oh, that's the Alaska Airlines guy.
What?
He has an Alaska Airlines deal. He like gets all cozy and Comfort Plus, acting like it's good for tall people when we know.
He also does.
I know you're fucking.
If you go to the movies, Noah, that's these things that people sometimes watch when they're not reading books.
Okay, I posted about a movie yesterday.
If you go to the movies, sometimes
Noah
he's
famously
like before the movie.
He is the level of rich where he doesn't own a TV.
No, he owns it. He literally is sitting 2 feet from a TV right now.
There's a TV right over here.
It goes.
I don't know when it was on. I don't know when it was on last, but it's there.
Opens up and
the wall just slides
sinks
apart and it's
into
the TV.
The wall. And
He just uses his TV for ambient YouTube
it's
music.
funny.
Monet.
It's funny. It's funny you guys say that because I actually do have a Samsung frame TV in the living room. So,
fucking course you do.
And so it just looks like like an art print when the kids aren't watching TV. Dude, that's dope. If you had enough money, you would get one too.
There you go.
You would get one too. They're dope. You want me to go? I'll send you guys a picture.
Hey y'all, next week or whenever we do the next episode, we're gonna do the spotlight episode for Kaiju. Will is gonna be in a completely different spot.
Oh, that would be cool.
Yeah, because I'm redoing my basement area.
Yeah, dude. He's gonna be.
I'm hoping to get some
all lit
prints
up. He's gonna.
Yeah.
It's gonna be beautiful. We're all gonna.
Also, Noah, I like how you're sitting. You're like, if you had enough money, you could afford it. I just looked it up. Like, I could afford these. They're not that expensive.
Then why don't you get one? No, this is my rule. If you can't buy 3 of something right now, don't buy it. That's my rule for money.
That's your rule.
You know what's crazy is my wife has instituted a Friday rule because I've been doing a lot of shopping. You guys have seen my gallery wall. So, and my new chair and so she's like, you've got to put it on your shopping cart, and then every Friday you can decide, what do I want? And so I'm like, because I grew up very poor, and so now I am not good with money. So that's what's happening to me. But I was going to say something.
If you're not comfortable buying 3 of them right now, don't buy it.
Oh, TVs, dude. TVs are so much cheaper than I feel like they used
TVs
to.
are not expensive. They're like the cheapest luxury item.
But you can't get a garbage TV though. Like I'm
not even talking about garbage TV.
Okay, let's go back to Malazan. This is way too early for us to get off track.
Yeah, no. Okay, so chapter 20. I want to say
this was my plan. We do it in spurts. We do like a little bit of off track every so often, so we don't get like
fair enough
2 hours off track.
We covered Malaz Harbor. I will say again, just real quick with the horse. I'm just curious. Erickson doesn't say how far they are from the dock for the horse to swim there, because horses can't swim that far, based on my 30 seconds of research.
You think you think fucking Manala has a bitch ass horse that can't swim?
No, Manala has
a
Kalam's
mile,
horse. Kalam gave her. Didn't Kalam give her?
So
his
that's
horse?
that's one of those special horses that him and Fiddler got.
I'm a little unclear. Is Manala
Growl.
like more than she appears? Like, is she got something?
Jason, draw her naked so we can find out if she's
dude,
more than
she's
she
just a
appears.
badass. I think she's just a bad bitch. Somebody did say insta love, and
it's not insta love. It's not.
I
insta
don't think
love.
it's insta love because
They travel together for weeks. It's just not
Once
clear.
you-
Like it
Yes.
doesn't cover every moment of it, but they're together for like weeks or months.
She
You know-
also distrusted him at first.
I saw that.
I think she was attracted to him sexually. She was
Which is
sexually
fine.
attracted to him, but she wasn't like.
And he was
instantly
into
in
her
love with
too.
him.
Like he said as much.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I just want to. So I've been getting a lot of shit for not being on the book club. I have been reading your guys' stuff, and I did see the Insta Love thing. And I will say this: I think you guys, I'm seeing a lot of pick me behavior from you guys. You're just saying shit. Don't just say stupid shit. Tag it.
Talking
Tag
to
me in
Will?
it. Huh?
no, he's
No,
he's
not
not-
Will. No.
You're
No,
doing
in the book club.
podcast.
Like we're having the Deus Ex Machina thing. Now we got Insta Love. We got just guys. Come on, you're smart. I know you're all smarter than that. I trust you.
Yeah, that's the thing. You got to keep in mind, like the scale of time we're talking about here is months. Like
I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
it's easy
Months.
to think this is
and
insta
that's
love.
easy to forget.
It's easy to not recognize that they were like, yeah, these are month-long excursions and they're hanging out 24/7. This is how in reality TV shows people actually do fall in love because they're with these people 24/7. It's like 100 dates fucking squashed into a week-long period.
Also, they're trauma bonded because they've been through some shit together.
Yeah.
So I mean,
She's
it's not-
also
it's-
rebounding pretty fucking hard from an abusive husband who she killed. Or who can have
or
killed.
can
We're
have
not
killed.
certain.
Yeah,
Yeah.
was murdered. Her husband was killed. He sucked. And so Kalam comes along. He's a gentleman.
rebounding.
He's sexy. He's
Got
a
dreads.
badass. They're together all the
Got
time.
dreads.
Come on,
Jesus.
people.
Dreads
Come on.
is the sexiest hairstyle for sure.
And I bet his dick is humongous.
Oh,
dude.
it's enormous.
Oh, it's
he's
fat, dude.
He's
It's
yeah.
fat.
He's got a fat hog.
Yeah.
And I mean,
Looks-
that's
it
not
looks
insta
like- it
love.
looks like a
That's
monster.
true love.
It looks like a
So-
Monster Energy can soft. That's
Yes. I love how often we talk about
Monster
dicks
Energy
on
or
this
Red
podcast.
Bull?
no Red Bull. Red Bull is like Crocus is like Red Bull.
You get Crickus is a Red Bull? Okay.
He's probably
The
5-hour
mini
energy.
Red Bull or the?
Little 5-hour energy.
No, come on.
I can see
Come
Crocus
on.
being I mean, but he does land Absolar, you know. So like that's not.
Is that a good?
Like,
is that like
nothing
a?
to compare him to?
Is
And we
that a
also
good win?
don't know that they're like sexual, like at all. Sometimes it feels to me like Crocus is really into her, and she's kind of just there. Like I don't know that she's into him in the same way.
I tell you, if I was 15 and there was a girl just there,
Sure,
But I think
what if
they're
that girl
like
was
17
also
now,
had been
or, like-
possessed by like ancient beings and forced to mutilate people? Like
That is
remember,
kinda
there was a
hot,
whole
though.
scene, a whole discussion in book 1 about how Absolar would torture guys by like mutilating their genitals. So, you know,
Well,
if
sorry.
Crocus knows that. Might make
He's
him a little
into that.
hesitant.
maybe that's why he's a 5-hour
Oh,
energy.
he's-
Okay, let's do
Crocus is a sexual sadist.
Mo. You want to
We're
do
on to
things?
Tremolar.
Let's do-
Speaking of Crocus and Absolar, we're
Yeah.
moving
Yeah,
over
Tremolor.
to Tremorlore.
Let's do that real quick before we
Okay,
close
so
this
this
out.
is an important one. They walk into this Noah, you're pixelated as shit, dog.
It'll
We're all-
fix it.
It's
Oh,
fine.
I didn't know if
Yeah,
it was
trust
just
me.
for me or
No, it's probably just
Okay,
you're
so-
you're always pixelated for me. So
That's insane.
I know,
Me and Will
but
are as clear as day, dog.
yeah, and me and Will are clear
Um,
for me. So I know it's weird. I'll take a picture to show you, but it will fit.
The
It
lesson
fixes,
here
it
is
fixes.
that Will is clear all the time. So
That's
which
crazy, dude. What
which
kind of
is
memory you
a
have?
tough lesson. And if we knew that was up in the syllabus, we might have skipped.
no, I just use my
Anyway,
laptop.
Tremorlar. So they walk into this, they see something. They see an old guardian. This old guardian is described as a forkral assail. That is a race name to remember. Race species.
Yeah.
Species.
Ancient beings.
Ancient beings that have multi-limbs.
I love a multi-limb.
They have 4 limbs, but they're
multi-jointed.
multi-jointed.
They have like multiple knuckles and multiple.
Do you want
to?
Can I get 20 seconds here
etc.
real quick? 20 seconds real quick.
Yeah.
So we're talking about multi-limbs. I've decided that, and I thought about this yesterday when I was falling asleep. I decided that I like wyverns more than dragons, and I think that I think wyverns should just be called dragons. This is why. It grosses me out that they have 6 arms. A dragon has 6 arms, right? Because it has, or 6 legs, because its wings are its own thing. It's got its front and its back, so it's got these 6 appendages, and that just kind of creeps me out. So I like wyverns because they just have 4 appendages. So yeah, that's my side note.
Oh shit, it's wyverns, not worms. Worms have no legs.
Yes.
It's wyverns that have.
I
don't dig the whole bat thing. That
Yeah,
all the wyvern.
the
I like the bat
fingers
thing.
at the end of the wings.
The
weirds me
fingers
out.
on the wings.
That's like a dinosaur to me. Is what that's like.
Are you telling me right now dragons aren't dinosaurs?
Well, they are okay in a way, but
For
I'm
sure
saying
they
like
are, dude.
I think of like a pteranodon, and it's got the little grabby claws at the end of its wings, and that
I see,
weirds
and
me out
that's what
more than
I know. This is a
They
hot
do look
take.
Fucking,
This is
they
a hot
do
take.
look
I like
scary,
it.
though.
I don't like the 6 appendages. I like the 4 appendages. That's
What do we feel about the dragons? I think some of the like Japanese or Chinese traditional dragons have no wings, right? They
Yeah,
just,
I know that. I don't have a
That's
problem
a
with that.
drake.
That's fine.
That's a drake.
but they
The
fly.
drakes
Does
have
does
no
it still?
wings.
Okay.
Oh, the
Even
ones
though
that
they're-
fly?
Yeah,
I don't
like
know.
The,
That
like,
they,
I'm thinking
like,
like
use
Chinese
magic?
mythical dragons, right? They just fly. With,
I
like,
just see
magic
I see
or
that differently
vibes.
because those are like a spiritual being as opposed to like a fantasy
okay,
animal.
okay,
So to me, that's fine. Because if they're like godlike and ascended, then there's no reason they can't float around their fucking.
I think you're not seeing the right kind of dragon, though. I think you're not
So
seeing the
it's
right
not so
kind of
much.
dragon.
I
They
just don't.
look right
It's the
sometimes.
appendage. It's the appendage thing that's throwing me off.
Can I tell you what might be my favorite
Just
dragon
having
design
6
ever?
limbs?
Yeah. I don't
What
like
I
the
think
6
is
limbs.
the version of it that just looks the best to me is toothless. I feel like that is
Yeah, he
my
looks
favorite.
great.
Like
Toothless.
my favorite physicality of a dragon is toothless from How to Train Your Dragon.
I just don't like when they're
Because the wings
skeletons.
don't
They have
feel like
6
an
arms.
arm.
Yes, and most wings on dragons feel like arms.
But what if
Toothless
they're
are pretty
not?
high,
What if
right?
they're just like? What if they're just like membranous?
They're
right?
back.
Like,
They're back further, I think.
I mean, I could be. I could.
his
depending-
wings look more like bird wings, actually.
Yeah, depending. Yeah, I could. I'm sure there's dragons out there that I have no problem with. It's just the appendage thing has been throwing me off. The reason I'm thinking about this because I'm writing some wyverns into something right now.
Oh, gotcha.
and I
Well,
went-
Game of Thrones famously uses wyverns in their...
Yes, so I like that look for a dragon. A dragon. I know people get pissed when you say dragon, but fuck off. They're all fake.
Listen,
I can call
they're
them
all
whatever I
All
types
want.
of
wyverns
dragons.
are dragons.
Yeah, they
They're all
are.
types
Not
of
all
dragons.
dragons are
They are.
wyverns. That's
People,
the thing.
yeah, people just freak the fuck out about that. And Brian Kyle gets a ton of shit for it, but I'm like, they're dragons. Don't.
Oh, does he like differentiate, or does he?
No. He has dragons, but people always complain that they're wyverns, and it's like, get a fucking life.
Yeah, find a real problem. Find a real problem.
Like we got a lot more issues with book 1 of Ryan's series than the dragon wyvern argument.
Tag him.
Get him in
I
there.
was just
I've
with
never
I was just
read it.
with
I
him.
can't
I
say.
was with him this weekend, so he's on
No,
my
his
mind.
book one
He's
is
on my
good. His
mind.
book one is good. I
Yeah,
liked
it's
it.
fine. It's fine. It's fine.
I haven't read his book 2 yet. I know it's
That is really good.
so I got to get into. I know I haven't. I just haven't.
That's really good. Okay, back to that was my side note, just because dragons came up.
Tremolor. So they find the ancient guardian. Is Moby there now? Is he there yet?
Let me look. I don't think so. We have
I think he
Apps.
is.
Tremolor. We have Fiddler, Apsalar, Crocus, Mappo, and the others. Moby might be there.
Yeah, Moby's there
Yeah.
because he hops into like Crocus's arms.
Yeah, and Pust is like,
Yeah, that's at the end of the last chapter, I think, isn't it? Anyway,
Yeah.
Icarium. Okay, the hounds.
No,
are
no,
there.
it's this chapter where Moby actually opens the door. Moby
Yeah, but I'm
is
saying
the one
that
that opens the door.
They're stuck on the porch. They can't open the door. there's a bloodfly swarm, which I assume is the divers. A bloodfly swarm coming at them. They're all freaking out because they're about to die. I mean, they can't get in there. The
forward and he's like, whoom,
but Ikariam wakes up in the midst of all this and is like striding out to meet the bloodfly swarm. And Mappo is like freaking the fuck out, trying to hold him back, but he can't. The Azath Yard is alive, and it's trying to capture the hounds and the divers. And it wants the hounds, which is the whole thing. So Fiddler's trying to open the door, he can't, and then all of a sudden Moby's there, and he just pops the door open. He just pops the door open.
Because apparently Moby the Tremorlore has chosen Moby to be its new guardian. Because the old guardian, the Forker of Sail, is dead.
And I love this. If anybody, I think this is a really interesting moment with Crocus and Moby at the end of this, because Crocus has to leave Moby behind in the house.
Yeah.
And I was like, why was this scene with this like monkey bat making me weirdly emotional, right? Like I feel like
you were thinking of your diaper dog.
He does that, dude.
If you have a pet, this hits a little harder, right? When you're thinking about like basically your pet has to become the guardian of this thing.
What a great farm. Your dog has gone to the farm story.
Yeah. Lucy would do great.
Well, and like,
your dog is now the guardian of an Azath house.
Fenton would also be good. Everybody would always know when anybody tried to approach the Azath house because he barked.
Imagine getting a male Rottweiler. That's what y'all should
tell your kids.
What?
If you have
they're going to the Azath house.
They're going to be guardians for the Azath house.
That's sick. I was thinking that'd be a sick name.
I'm going to get my 8-year-old to read Malazan, and then I can explain this.
Well, somebody mentioned this in the podcast, but Steven Erikson does this incredible thing where when Mesram gets fucking betrayed by the hounds and pushed into the Azath house, you're like, no, not Mesram, who we've met a total of like 13 words in this story.
Yeah, right.
But we're like, how dare they? And it's because like our connection to Mappo, and Mappo considers Mesram a friend, and he's also like one of maybe 3 cool soul taken in the whole world. And of course, he gets fucking yoinked. But he does a great job about making you feel things in such a short amount of time.
And we do need to wrap up this chapter. So get your final thoughts out.
2 seconds. I thought it was very poignant that Crocus's like thoughts on this, like as he's getting ready to leave. There's all this bloodshed around him. We've seen all these horrible stories, but Crocus is like, he's gonna be lonely. Like he's gonna be alone. And I was like, damn, that's a very like human emotion in that moment. And I thought it was really impressive from a writing perspective, able to bring out something that seems so insignificant, like leaving the pet behind, is like this really big blow to Crocus because it's also his last connection to his uncle. So anyway, that's what I had on that.
I love that. That's like Crocus is growing up. Before we X-nay on this one, there are a couple of things we need to talk about that happen in this chapter, and it's Quick Ben sent a crate full of fucking Moranth munitions through the Trigal Trade Guild, and they deliver it to Fiddler, and they're like, we have no idea if it's intact. We've been really fucking raucous. Like, it's been bouncing around. It's been crazy. Like, we've had to do some crazy shit to get through these warrens. And Fiddler's like, it's fine, I'm sure. And he's like, why do you think it's fine? And he's like, no reason. But it's because if those things had blown up, they'd all be dead.
Yeah.
Like Quick Ben could have single-handedly killed the Trigal Trade Guild.
Should have.
And probably a whole bunch of things that are in the warrants too.
Should have. Yes. Yeah. And then that's a really cool, like, okay, it comes back but it's, again, I don't think it's how do you say it?
Deus Ex Machina.
That's the one. And then we also learn that Dassam Altor, who was the first sword of the Empire. He was also Hood's mortal sword, which is like that's a little high. That's like ascendant level. They're kind of like every god has a sword, a shield anvil, and a like a high priest or whatever, a high mage or something on the mortal plane. And so Dassem was Hood's mortal sword. But then something with his daughter happened. His daughter's dead body is in this Azath house. That's fucking weird. What's going on there? Do they start disappearing in this chapter?
I think it's the next chapter. Or the next time we see them. It's not the next chapter.
And then we do see the end of the Chain of Dogs. Not the full end, but we see... Or do we see the full end? No.
No, that's next chapter.
No. Okay.
Yeah,
so
Duiker gets them all through the Gate of Arin.
Duiker gets them all to Arin, and then we find out that Nefpara has been all up in Pormqual's ear, fucking being a little bitch, and Malik Rel's here, and man, you just know, like, you're getting to this point in the story, and you know, like, this
shit's
is
happening.
feeling bad.
The hammer's about to fall. There's a sense of like impending doom, and it's wild because like they're finally safe. They finally
It's like,
got.
We made it.
And
Why do we feel so bad?
Shit's
We
not
made it.
right. Like, I think it's like Duiker can't shake that either. You can tell he can't shake the feeling of like something's up. So, good. Are we good then to go on to?
Yeah,
There's a quote here.
I'm good.
From Cotillion. Cotillion talks to Panic, and this is a really great quote, and I think sheds a little bit of light on Cotillion and reminds me. So I went into this. Cotillion's one of my favorite characters, and I don't remember why, especially after reading Gardens of the Moon. I'm like, he's not that great. But here we start to see a little bit of that, like, dancer, Cotillion, that human behind the god, when he says, they hurt you because they could, because there was no one there capable of stopping them. And I think, what a poignant, beautiful quote, but also, God, that's fucked. That they crucified 1,300 children. And it took the guys who killed 3,000 soldiers in the prologue of Book 1, or Chapter 1 of Book 1, to, you know what, we'll turn these kids into weird little shadow monsters. And they'll work for us.
Well, I mean,
Crazy.
and that's if there's one theme, I mean, we can talk about themes at the end, but it's like the quote.
Children are dying.
Children are dying. That's the whole like theme. So I think that there are a lot of plot points in this about like the like evils people visit on children.
Yeah.
But I think it's interesting that Erickson doesn't like.
I would love to talk about that at the end for sure.
We will, but Erickson doesn't just throw that in as like this is how the world is, shit happens, and leave it at that. Like he addresses that it's wrong. Like it's ostensibly wrong, and I think that's
and he covers it in a litany of ways.
Yeah. So we'll come back to that. Let's move on to 21.
Okay, so
I
21.
think we did all the important things. So
Yeah. So these next chapters are actually not crazy long, but they have some stuff in them. So for chapter 21, what we're going to do is we're going to talk about Felicen. We're going to talk about that little thing, and then we're going to let Will do his diatribe, and we're going to call it there. We'll talk about that a little bit, okay? So we'll keep it on track here. Now I might talk about dragons, but we'll see. Chapter 21. Felicen, now leading the rebellion in Raraku, admits to Hiborik that she was not truly chosen as the Shaik reborn, but instead seized the power of the whirlwind goddess through a bargain. Despite doubts about her strength and the brutality being committed in her name by Corbolo Dom, Felicen plans to use the whirlwind as a magical gate to move her army directly to Arin. Meanwhile, in Arin, Duiker and the refugees watch helplessly from the city walls as Coltane and the last of the Chain of Dogs are surrounded by Corbolo Dom's army. High Fist Pormqual, we don't like you, refuses to send help, leaving Coltane and his remaining soldiers to be slaughtered. In the end, Coltane is crucified, and the archer Squint mercifully kills him with a single arrow as thousands of crows descend upon his body, marking the tragic end of Sarah's boyfriend, Coltane and the Chain of Dogs. All right, Felicin.
Yeah.
So we found out some stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's interesting because this is a character who hasn't had a lot of agency throughout the book, right? Things happen to her. She is a victim a lot. But, like, so many people victimize this poor girl. And I think, interestingly, something that happens, I'm not sure if this is intentional, I'd love to ask him. The reader sort of also victimizes her because she is not enjoyable to be around as a reader, right? Like, she's not a character we probably look forward to spending time.
Yeah, I do think we as a podcast and as hosts of the Malazan book club have kind of reined in the Felicin hate a bit. Because I think when you as a first-time rereader, I fucking hated Felicin. But I knew that's a regret you feel. Like, when you're like, oh, fuck, no, fuck, okay.
Oh, and like, I've seen comments in the book club, and I don't like begrudge these people. I get it.
No.
For like how much they hate Felicin's POV. Well, like, I think it's intentional, right? This is a young girl, a child, who's been brutally assaulted many times by people she's supposed to be able to trust. Raped, you know, and I like physically attacked, like beaten, left for dead. Then on top of that, by the people who are protecting her, judged for those actions when she had no agency in them, right? So
while also being sexualized by the people protecting her.
Yeah, and addicted to drugs, like basically the equivalent of like heroin, right? So this is someone who has and betrayed at the beginning of this by her sister after watching her parents die. This is someone who's been through a level of trauma that most people can't comprehend. And I think that like I said, I don't know if it was intentional. I'd love to ask him. But as a reader, you're sort of like almost pulled into the circle of people who hate her.
Because you root for them. They're way more likable.
Yeah.
Like when you think of Colt, when you think of Heberick, when you think of Bodden, like...
Yeah, they're the more typical fantasy characters, right? So like there's a part of you that's rooting for them. And then you sort of just like gloss over all the horrible shit that she's been put through. And so now, at the end of all this, she wasn't chosen. She didn't lose her agency. She's not a chosen one trope. She took it. And I think that's such a cool end for her character arc in this book. Now, whether it'll be a good thing for her to be Shaik Reborn, who knows? But like,
sounds sick to me.
She made the choice, and she seized power when it became available to her. Mm-hmm. And I think that's super cool. Like, that's a really awesome direction for her arc to take.
Now we have to see
for someone,
what Erikson does when he has a character who has been through what Felicin has been through, who is addicted to drugs, and who suddenly gets a lot of fucking power. What happens to them?
Power. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I also think you're going to see throughout the remaining chapters, like, just how much power Shaik has. And it's not nothing. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting. I'm very curious to see where this goes in the future books. I know we probably won't get anything from it in book 3 because of it happening concurrently. But, you know, that's setting up major implications for what happens in the rest of the series in Seven Cities and beyond.
And also, I believe we revisit this storyline in book 4. And so these 3 high mages are important people in book 4. And it's funky. It's crazy how much you get here, because I didn't remember all this being in Deadhouse Gates, but yeah, those are important folk to keep in mind, to remember.
So I guess my thoughts.
Is it
on
a
that
spoiler
would be,
to say that we're getting back to the storyline in book 4? Is that a spoiler?
I mean, I think everybody knows you're going to get back to it. Like, you know, be kind of silly to never.
Yeah, we're going to hear from Felicin again in book 9. So,
book 10, last page.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way,
actually, Iselmon took over the Felicin storyline.
It all goes to Iselmon's books.
Yeah, we never hear from them again. Yeah,
that's funny. No, so I think it was very cool. I love her arc in this, in terms of like a character who's been victimized gaining power. I think it's cool. It's very hard to do correctly. I think Erikson was faced with a difficult situation as an adult man writing this storyline. But he did it well, I think. I think he did it well. Now, again, as a guy, but
as one white guy judging another white guy, you think he did?
I think he did fine, right?
Yeah.
I think he didn't, as the writer, ever make it seem like what Felicien was going through was okay.
No.
Or justifiable.
It's never passed off as like just the way the world is. Yeah.
No. There's like a, and George R. R. Martin does this thing with Tyrion in book 3 of A Song of Fire and Ice, of Song of Ice and Fire, where Tyrion is recently married to Sansa, and she's 12 years old, and they are supposed to have sex to consummate their wedding, and he goes in there, and she starts crying. Like, he tries to touch her. They're both naked. He tries to touch her. She starts crying, and he's like, I can't do this. I can't do this because you obviously, it would feel like I was hurting you. It's the wrong thing to do. Even though I desperately want to, I won't do this. And he's got a raging boner, which is explicitly described in the book. And that always, I DNF'd right there. And that scene, the first time. I went back and finished it eventually, but I initially was like, that is so fucking weird that we're normalizing being attracted to a 12-year-old. And being sexually attracted to a 12-year-old. And I think that's so strange, fucking weird to me. Like, that's so weird.
Yeah.
And gross.
And throughout all of those books, that is a persistent storyline of happening to Sansa. Yeah, so it is weird, and I appreciate that Erikson didn't.
He doesn't do that.
He never seems like he's into it.
Yeah. No. Bodden is a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Because he did that. Like, explicitly because of that. Because he does other things that are good, but explicitly because of that action, he is a piece of shit. And it's very plainly said.
Behead a woman with a chain. Go rat a woman, like, right in the first fucking chapter.
I mean, sometimes you got it. Like, I get that.
That one I understand. The other one,
that I get.
Okay.
That I get. Thinking a kid's hot.
Probably dead.
I draw the line at hot kids.
Bodden saves these characters' lives multiple times.
Yeah.
But it's never enough to redeem him for this other thing he did. And I think that, it's very plain to me reading the book that was always lingering over him whenever Felicien considered Bodden. There's like, oh, he did this thing, he did this good thing, but he also was just like everybody else, and it's never made to seem okay,
No, he's kind of written off after that point, really, in a lot of ways. I feel like Erikson writes him off. It's very,
So I think he does a great job of the way he presents it. I think it also shows that you can write grim dark fantasy without giving into that
sadism
as sadism. Yeah.
Feeling like a sadist as the author is a sadist almost. Like,
right. Well, as another grimdark author, I don't feel like Abercrombie glorifies sexual assault in his books either. I mean, it's
no.
Actually, now that I'm thinking, there aren't very many instances of it even in his books. So I mean, it's
I feel like every time somebody tries to do something like that, they get their fucking ass.
Yeah, there's no reason.
Yeah, it's like killed. One of those things. Like, if you do this, you are murdered. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, we also see a lot of badass women in Abercrombie's books, and so I love that Abercrombie does a lot of ugly people sex scenes. Like, I love that he's like
his sex scenes are so gross to listen to on the audiobook, dude.
Oh,
it's just
I
Stephen
bet.
Pacey just hunched over a mic, just grunting, and I'm like,
yes.
Oh
my God.
He sounds like Israel Puss.
Sex scenes in Best Served Cold are like so fucking explicit.
They're nasty, dude.
Like,
and they talk about like the smell and stuff, and it's like,
like
and
slapping skin. And I'm like, ah.
I was really talking about Blade itself, or not Blade itself. Before they are hanged.
Book two has a couple of sex scenes
with Bloody Nine, and I love how he's never like the Bloody Nine is sexy. Everybody tries to draw art of the Bloody Nine. They're like, he's so hot, and
Ugly
he's
as
like, no,
fuck.
he's ugly as
Like
shit,
explicitly ugly.
He's ugly. He's covered in scars. He is not fun to look at.
His nose is
that.
fucked
I
up.
love that.
His nose is like
Yeah.
in two different ways.
Yes.
Well,
yeah.
and like the sex scenes in book 2 of that series, like the first trilogy, are so uncomfortable and they're so long. They're like on the
and
audio,
they're
it's maybe
described
like
like
5
animals
minutes
having
of
sex.
this sex scene. It's just like,
It's like,
oh man, I've heard more Stephen Pacey sex sounds than his wife has at this point. I think. Like, I mean, it's
you fall into Giselle's head, and he's like, it sounds like pigs are being killed in the middle of the night in the tent next to me, or in the campfire next to me.
it's so fucked up. Okay, let's get on to the real meat of chapter.
Read, man, that would be.
We should.
something.
First Law is so fucking good. I can get on a soapbox with that one too.
We got to
So-
move to Pormqual, and I love that what I say here in the beginning of this, things to remember is, Pormqual is with Malik Rel, and we hate him, okay?
We hate him. Hate them both.
He sucks. He sucks.
So-
Big old dick. Big old Callum dick.
We hate most
Okay.
people with titles in these books. I'll tell you, that's the key.
Except
if
for
anybody has a
Dujak.
title,
I
we
can't-
fucking hate them.
I can't hate Dujak. So
Well,
No.
we just call him Dujak. We don't
Yeah.
we don't
although we'll see.
naturally
I guess
say
book 3 maybe he'll really piss me off. I don't know, but
High fist Dujek.
no way.
so
That,
Okay.
One arm's the man.
let's get to the meat of chapter 21. The thing that probably is the most.
It ends,
I feel.
dude.
Yeah,
It ends.
the chain of dogs comes to an end.
Well, we learned that the only reason they were able to make it was because Coltane's Wiccans, outnumbered 100 to 1, were somehow able to hold back this army for days. Fucking days. Which is... he describes it as, this should not have been possible.
Mhm.
And I think that's like, you can't lose that as the reader, that he did something impossible here by holding Corbolo Dom's army back. But then they fucking rush in. We see Coltane, and we see fucking Bolt. He gets fucking, like, swarmed. List gets decapitated. We see Bent get fucking speared and then fall down the spear. And as he's falling down the spear, he rips out the motherfucker's throat, which is so dope. I can't. I just imagine this guy as a pit bull. I know he's not. I know he's a cattle dog, but like, he's a pit bull in my head. A really fucked
Dude,
up.
in that
stud.
same vein, somebody asked in the club earlier, like, if you could be a soul taken or a divers, which would you choose and which thing would you transform into? I said, make me a divers of Wiccan cattle dogs. That's it. Like,
Oh, fuck yeah, dude.
like, fuck.
Yeah, what a great
who's
choice.
fighting that guy?
Nobody.
So,
No. Fucking
No.
Troll. That's who's fighting.
I
that
like
guy.
to imagine that the
Does Will know Troll?
Hounds of Shadow are just bigger, ascended versions
know
of
Troll?
Wiccan cattle dogs.
I don't think he knows Troll.
Do you
No,
know
not yet.
Troll?
Yeah, he's in book 3.
Oh.
He's a big
I
part
just
of book
started
3.
book 3.
That's where the big the troll the fight is. The one-on-one. That's book 3.
But
Oh my god.
anyway,
Okay, so I thought I was making a joke that neither of you would know
Oh no, I know it.
because I forget. Okay.
But like I said, I like to imagine the Hounds of Shadow are ascended Wiccan cattle dogs.
Oh my god. That would make them like shaggy sheepdog looking things, which would be
Could you
That's
imagine
even
they're just like
scarier.
Yeah.
Uh,
Dude.
so I'm just saying.
Alright.
Okay.
Let's talk about the big thing here. Sarah's boyfriend is dead.
Yeah, cool. So this
and
is my whole thing. Right?
Will promised us. Hold on, can I lead you in? Can I give you a? Okay. Damn. This guy doesn't know what it's like to be honored. So listen, Will has been hyping up this diatribe he has for months. He's like, listen, I cannot wait to talk about this. What I'm about to say and tell you guys is beyond anything you've heard, beyond any literary analysis that anyone here has ever experienced. And now Will is going to take us in and tell us why Steven Erikson writes deaths better than anyone in literary history.
Okay.
By the way, we've seen 7 drafts of this speech, and last night he texted us and said, "Guys, I rewrote it again," and we didn't have time to look at it, so we have no idea what he's going to say.
Yeah, this is fresh for
first of
us.
all-
So here we go.
None of that's true.
It's
None of that's true.
would me and Maurice
they
lie?
Yes, they
Would
made
no.
all of that up. They made all of that up. What I said, I did say I had a bit of a diatribe to go on. I mentioned it like a week ago, one time. That's it. So, but here's the thing. Okay, so it all comes down to this. I think this chapter, and like I have not read the rest of the series. I don't know what else happens in these.
Wait. Don't start yet. Don't start yet. There you go. Okay, now go ahead.
It's just showing you for me. I don't know if it's supposed to be
Oh,
showing.
it's just going to be you.
Okay. Well, it's just showing. I'm only seeing you guys. Okay. So, here's the thing it comes down to. This chapter is one of, if not the best, depictions of an earned death that I've personally ever read in fantasy. Maybe in general, right? So, there's this concept you'll hear people talk about of earned deaths in fiction, right? So characters have to earn like a big dramatic last stand or whatever. And like some series like to play with this and kind of like undercut it. A Song of Ice and Fire is one of those, right? So you'll have like this super badass warrior guy who gets like stabbed in the bed and shits himself, right? So like you can play with this idea. But I think Erikson goes into it full tilt here, and I think it's perfect. This entire book, the Chain of Dogs storyline, has essentially been about Duiker recording Coltane's exploits, right? And we've seen evidence throughout the book that what he's doing is so significant and so incredible that it's attracting forces from thousands of miles away, right? Dujek is sending him supplies to help them get to Aaron because the world is taking notice of what Coltane is doing. Coltane himself is close to ascendancy, and we don't know at this stage how much of that is from his exploits before this book and how much of it is from what he's doing right now, right? So when we get to this point, I was reading this chapter. I listened to the audio of this chapter, which, by the way, Ralph Lister fucking killed it in this chapter. It was incredible. I didn't know what to expect, right? So I think you're reading it or listening to it, and you're kind of expecting when you see them coming in, there's like a sense of like, holy shit, Coltane's alive. And then you realize, as at the same time Duiker does, that they're not going to help him, right? So Pormqual and Malak Rel are not going to send the army. So the army is on the walls watching this happen, totally told to stand down. Because Pormqual does not believe that they can win. He thinks if they go out, they'll be routed. So we have this situation brewing where Duiker wants to basically throw Pormqual off of the balcony he's standing on. He's held back by, what's the guy's name? Is it Blistig? Is that the guy's name? So, and we just watch the whole thing play out. And it is heartbreaking. We go through literally every character that was left with Coltane, and we see them die like horrible, tragic deaths. Coltane himself is overwhelmed and crucified on the battlefield. And then, and in the midst of all this happening, the remaining child sorcerers are like weeping and wailing and, losing their minds. Because as the crows come to collect his body, his soul, which that happens for Wiccans when they reincarnate, we've already been told this, they're blasting them out of the sky with sorcery. And I think Erikson does such a good job, because he's not a flowery prose guy. That's not his style. He's not going to convey points that way, but he conveys the tragedy of the moment so succinctly and so effectively through the emotions being experienced by the other characters, right? We're not in Coltane's head. We're not seeing this from his perspective. But we're getting the full range of emotions from everybody else who's watching it. And it's continuing to drive home how legendary Coltane is and how incredible and impossible what he's done is. So he's crucified. They're blasting the crows out of the sky so they can't collect his soul. And it's this heartbreaking moment for the reader where you're kind of like, holy shit, like, is it all going to come down? Is it really going to come down to the fact that they finally get to safety and Coltane is completely and utterly killed? Not just his body, but his soul, like, eviscerated, so he can't even reincarnate. And then you get this character, Squint, who's not someone we've ever met, but is established very quickly and effectively as this incredible archer, And when he the like back and forth of him being convinced to shoot him was incredible, and I think very realistic. And then when he takes the shot, I don't know, it's this incredible ability to ratchet the tension up to like 15 in this moment, in a book that's already been very high tension, right? So, but he fires the shot and it's high, and you're thinking like, oh my God, he's going to miss at the end of he's actually going to miss at the end of all this tension. But the moment when Coltane looks up, he greets his death and gets fucking perfection. Absolute perfection in terms of writing a character death that is meaningful, like tragic, and also hopeful. Like, I genuinely was racking my brain trying to think of a better example, and I can't think of one. Like, I think, and then you get the incredible scene where the crows fly down, they swarm, his body's gone, like, and they reascend. And it's like, it's just so utterly heartbreaking and devastating, but with this through line of hope that's so central to this whole story, right? So the Chain of Dogs is a really tragic, like, military fantasy story, but there's always a sense of hope that because of Coltane and because of the Malazan Marines and because of the Sappers and their like willingness to just never fucking die, that they can survive. And I think that it carries through right to the final moment of Coltane's last stand. And then I really loved, it was really kind of a small, quick moment after he dies, when Squint is saying, like, they're all going to hate me. Everyone's going to hate me because I killed Coltane. And Blistig's like, no, they'll be singing your name in songs. And he just collapses into Duiker's arms. I was like, what an incredible depiction of, like, emotional vulnerability from these characters who are, like, hardened fighting men. And like, it's just so masterfully done that I genuinely cannot think of another book that I've read that depicts this all in such a short time frame so effectively. This chapter is not that long. It's one of the shortest chapters in the book. And this is only half of it. And it's, I mean, I've literally, I've read it like 3 weeks ago at this point, and I haven't stopped thinking about it. Like, every once in a while it just pops in my head. This is how incredibly well done this sequence was. To me, I don't know how you can read this whole book, read that scene, and say that it's anything less than a masterpiece of epic fantasy.
This is I said this in the book club, I said this in my recap, but this is the reason why this scene alone and this culmination is the reason why Deadhouse Gates is widely considered by many the best book in this series, one of the best books ever written, and I think it really puts this whole series on the map because so many people struggle with Gardens of the Moon. No one struggles with Deadhouse Gates except for how fucking difficult it is and how traumatic it is to read about these things happening to people. I also want to say, as fans of this podcast, that was fucking written. That was a speech. Tell me and Noah were lying.
What? What I just did?
That was it.
No, that was not written. That was off the cuff.
Oratory.
That was
brother.
off the cuff.
You're telling me that's on the fly and you don't even have 1,000 followers?
That was on the fly.
Yeah, brother.
Not
what
a word
man.
of it.
Also, Noah,
the king of the fly.
Next time we let him monologue, you need to fucking mute your mic because all I heard were your mouth noises that whole time.
I did. So you do hear when I mute. So you can still hear me when I mute.
You can mute on the riverside.
I know. Yeah, I mute on the right. because I have a hotkey
I just
for
heard
it.
your mouth noises were insane, dude. Just like it's like you were smacking. I don't know what was going on.
It was just good. It was just so good. He was just eating it up. That's all it was.
He was
It
eating
was,
it up.
yeah. I mean,
Dude, let me tell you, Will, that was perfection, brother. You need to be making video content.
yeah, you do.
Well, like you said, it was like 10 minutes, so it won't exactly fit on a reel.
Oh,
Well,
I can
that's
teach
why-
you.
that's why
I can
you
teach you how to
edit.
make it.
Nope, that was. I am good at things. Okay, I am good at things.
Well, let's not get out of hand. Being
Okay,
being
fair
proficient
You're
is
great.
different than being good at things.
You're great at things.
Let's do things to remember. Let's just go on. I think we'll let Will have that whole section.
Yeah. I think just remember that Will is good at things. Let's go. Move on. Chapter 23.
Will's gonna be riding this high for weeks.
Oh yeah, I'm already like, yeah. No, I'm gonna get some water.
I'm
though,
a
'cause my throat is
changed
dry now.
man.
You know, Will tries to act cool, but he if he gets praise from me and Maurice, it is life changing for him every time.
We do that thing where we withhold it
It's like
so that it means something when we give it.
I'm still waiting for my father to let the withholding come out. It's gonna be awesome. I
Yeah,
cannot
mine
wait.
died before he did.
See, I'm hopeful my dad does it before then, but we'll see. I see him doing it to my kids though actively, so I just pretend I live vicarious through my children
You're
getting
there.
loved by my father.
No, I'm joking. My dad was very open about how much he loved me, and so was my
Oh,
mother. I was very
I can
loved.
tell. I can fucking tell.
Do I have that vibe?
Oh
I have
yes,
that vibe of,
you were
a
you were
child.
a golden child. You were perfect in every way, and you got told it.
That
Okay,
is true.
chapter
is true.
23.
22?
3.
I think
No,
it's
22. Yes, 22. God,
Shit,
where's
that was my
oh
bad.
my god. Okay, chapter 22. After being betrayed and stabbed by Pearl, Kalam swims ashore in Malaz City and begins hunting the Claw assassins sent to kill him, reclaiming weapons from the assassins he defeats and turning the hunt against them. Meanwhile, Fiddler, Absalar, Crocus, and the others travel through the strange Azath Warren, where the ground forms a fragile mosaic of maps that can suddenly open into an abyss, causing Mappo and Ikariam to fall through to another destination. In Aaron, Duiker tries to warn High-Fist Pormqual about the enemy, but Malik Rel manipulates the situation and convinces Pormqual to march out against Corbolo Dom's army. Your guys' texts are coming up, and I'm trying to read it. Okay. The Malaz forces are lured into an ambush and surrounded, and Pormqual foolishly surrenders the army. The rebels betray the agreement, slaughter the unarmed soldiers, and crucify them along the Aaron Way, and Duiker being nailed to a tree as the final victim.
Okay, I'll take this one. I'm going to make it short. I'm going to do this one. All right? Because it's not...
This is a very straightforward chapter.
It's a very straightforward chapter, and the real part that I think Will needs to weigh in on is what happens at the end. Before that, Kalam is a badass, and he's fucking taking out Hands of Claws, which I love. Is so clever that they call them claws and they call them hands. I think that's so clever. Like, because there's 5 claws.
We
to a
get
hand.
it.
It's so... Anyway, hey, this is my time?
Okay, I'm sorry. You're just like explaining. I'm like, I got it, man. I got you.
Well, listen, bro. Sometimes, you got to say things a couple of times. Anyway, Kalam's like, they're coming, dude. And then Topper talks to him through a corpse.
Pretty sick.
And he's like, I'm coming after you now, bitch. And then, this is where Fiddler, Absalar, Crocus, Mappo, Iskral, Pust, and Relic, they are walking through the Azath house and just start Scooby-Doo dropping through the floor. Like, where are they going?
The other dimensions.
Yeah, there's like a dragon flies through the Azath house. I have such a bad scope of what this Azath house even looks like on the inside. For me, I'm just imagining them walking down like my hallway, and a dragon just comes through the ceiling and goes through the floor. Yeah, like what the fuck?
Like
But
a portal
Mappo-
situation.
Yes. Yeah, like Portal. It's definitely like Portal. Mappo and Ikariam are gone. They disappear first. And then Oh, no. Puss disappears first, doesn't he? They're like, where the fuck did Puss go? And it's like he's gone, and Crocus is like, shit, I was gonna kill him. And then Mappo and Nicarium start to fall. Absolar tries to grab Mappo and fails. Like, she almost falls in after them, but they're gone. They pull Absolar back in. They're like, I think that the house just sends you where you need to go. And it's like, what a great narrative device that is. I was wrong. It was 3 dragons that just plunged through.
That's the exact sound they made too.
Okay, is the floor in this place Deus Ex Machina?
We're just getting that out of the way.
A little bit.
It might be closer.
I assume there's no rules in a house. No. It's like a dream.
The house
sequence,
does what
right?
the house wants. That's how.
Yeah. It's like a dream sequence. Like I don't care what the fuck happens in there. We have no. There's no rules.
Yeah, it's a cosmic parallel dimension that they're in right now. So
Yeah.
they're like, it does what it wants. Yeah. It's not Deus Ex Machina, but it is. I think it's closer than the Trigal Trade Guild. But now we're going to get to the part where we discover why Malik Rao and Pormqual are fucking the worst humans to ever be written in any fiction. And Will, take it away, bud.
Okay.
How much do I need? Maurice, I need a copy of New Cello's Gate for up here for everybody to see.
You do.
I know. I got Evan over. I got my boy Evan up here. I need to get Maurice here. And then Will needs a hardcover so it will stand like that on shelves.
Literally got a text from my designer today.
Perfect.
So,
I got a surprise for you, Noah. After this, I got a thing to show you.
Nice.
Can I see it too?
No.
Yeah. But it's specifically for Noah, but you can see it.
So cool. That's like a weird amount of my life. This is for Noah, but you're allowed to see it.
Yeah, you're allowed.
So,
this is totally only benefiting Noah, but you can watch.
You haven't read my book, dude.
You haven't read Cello's Gate?
You get me the advanced audio. That's why I told you.
He doesn't read, dude. He only
I forgot about that.
You don't read.
I read.
You don't read. No.
This is a hot take right now. Maurice, are you saying audiobooks aren't reading?
Oh.
No, I'm saying he doesn't read with his eyes. He reads with his ears.
That's true. The only way you can read... So if someone hasn't read Cello's Gate, you can find out if they're pussy or not. I'm sorry, that's sexist. A soft cock.
Audiobooks do count as reading, and people who say they don't are pedantic and silly. And
yes, agreed. Okay, so... Yeah, Pormqual and Malik Rel suck big old donkey dick.
I like them.
So basically, they're now deciding they're going to go out. They're going to go fight now. But Nethpara has been in their ear telling them how shitty Coltane is. Oh, Coltane fucked everything up. Coltane's the reason it took us so long to get here. Coltane's the reason all these people died. So basically, Blistig comes and finds Duiker, who's wandering around Aaron in a daze. Comes and gets him, and he's like, we need you to come up here right now and set the record straight. So he goes up there, but it's too late. Nethpara's already wormed his way in. They're going out to fight Corbolo Dom.
So what does Duiker do? He fucking kicks that
kills-
motherfucker in the trachea.
He's like in his horse. He's on his horse, and Nethpara comes up and is like, oh, you should have listened to me. And he's like, yeah, I should have. And he just kicks him in the throat and kills him.
Oh my god, I've
kills
never
him
felt
dead
better.
with a boot to the throat.
I've never felt so good about a scene.
Pormqual and Malik Rel are like, what are you like? We'll have you hanged for this. We'll have you killed. And he's like, all right, fine.
Well, they'd already told him he was gonna. They're like, you're gonna be hanged already.
Yeah. What was
and he's
funny
like,
to me
so
about
I have
this-
nothing to lose.
Right. But they're
Sweet.
like, we're gonna kill you. But first you have to come with us to this battlefield. Which I'm like, damn, Duiker's a much nicer guy than me, I think. Of course, right after that, he killed a guy, so maybe not.
I was like, I don't know, he did just fucking kick a guy in the throat and kill him.
He was nice to it. He was much nicer than he should have been for a very long time to Nethpara.
Yes.
And now he gets himself killed. So, anyway, no, what do you do?
We hear the name Distel again.
Sorry.
He's
I was
stretching.
stretching, then I was like, oh, this 16 by 9 kind of makes me look kind of good.
It's just over here flexing.
My shirt's a little tight today, so audio listeners, check out the YouTube.
I like your shirt, dude.
Thanks, dog.
I like your shirt. PlayStation.
I had a bunch of those kind of shirts when I worked at GameStop.
Fucking nerd.
Anyway, so yeah, Gistle. We get the Gistle drop again. Now, Maurice, do you want to explain the Gistle thing? I think
So Gistle was mentioned earlier in the book as we heard it in another series, and it was, I can't remember who the fuck it was. A Kalam that heard it, or was it? But they heard that. No, it was Duiker, right? He was with the bad guys, or was it Fiddler?
No, wasn't it when they first met Malik Rel? They called him Gistle.
They did call him Gistle.
Before,
so we
before
saw
the
that.
Dogs.
But then somebody said, "Oh, Corboladam is fine. He has the Gistle in Aran."
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And so we knew that whoever the Gistle was is bad. If you didn't remember that it was Malik Rel, but then Duiker calls Malik Rel Gistle, so we know Malik Rel is actually working here. At this point is where you should realize that Malik Rel is definitively working with Seven Cities and Corboladam.
Well, and Keneb is there for this interaction and
Yep.
remembers this, and he runs off
so it was
to do
Keneb.
something. Yeah.
It was Keneb that heard the Gistle thing.
And so he runs off when he realizes what that means. He runs off to presumably do something about it.
He's like, "I'm gonna go run to tell Blistic, but am I too late?"
So then they go out to fight, but they get immediately surrounded, and because
that's so crazy to me. That scene, it's very ominous where they send the cavalry over,
mm-hmm.
and then they crest the hill and their cavalry is dead.
Yeah.
They're all dead.
Yeah. So safe to say, Poor McQuall is not the strategic mind that Dujek is. So.
And he.
So
I kept wondering, is he under like a sorceral like? Because he's just confused.
That's an interesting question. Because like my question was, how did he become High Fist? Like, what was the series of events that puts this guy in charge? You know?
Yeah, I don't know. Bad decisions.
So anyway, they're surrounded. Malik Rel tells Poor McQuall they should surrender. That they'll be taken as hostages and then traded back to the Empire. And then Poor McQuall's like, okay, sure, let's do that. And Duiker goes up there with them to meet Corboladam, basically. And then
Duiker also says, "Hey, we can still fight. We can get back to the walls."
Yes, he does. He says we can get back to the walls, and Malik Rel talks Poor McQuall out of it. Yeah. So they surrender. They go up to meet Corboladam, and basically Corboladam says that Poor McQuall's not going to get the honorable death of his soldiers. Cuts his head off,
and he beheads him. Yeah,
cuts his head off, and like his horse just takes off galloping into the soldiers.
Duiker does send his horse. He sets his horse free.
Oh, he does. He set his horse free. That's true. He did set his horse free because he saw what was coming. Yeah, he saw what was coming.
I love a horse. I love a respect of horses.
Oh yeah. There's a lot of it.
Christoph, you hear that?
Jay doesn't give a shit
about horses. No,
that's a follow. We need to get Will. We need to get Jay Christoph to follow Will.
Oh yeah, I probably should read one of his books.
I don't know what books you've read, so.
It's all on my Fable. None. Words with Will on Fable. You check it out.
I don't use Fable. It's AI based.
Oh my god! They took all the AI stuff out. Took all the AI stuff out.
We're on Fable.
This was he's talking about controversy from a year ago.
It was a stupid controversy. It's just stupid.
What I'm saying.
Anyway,
this is a Fable book club.
Yeah, no, he's being.
They don't sponsor me. I've given them multiple opportunities to sponsor my book club.
I do keep wondering what we're gonna have to do to get highlighted in one of their emails.
Why would they not? It's insane. Right? We have blown up.
Right, we're at almost 500 members, like 483 as of this.
Unbelievable. I'm gonna send them another message today. Be like, you motherfuckers are missing out.
I'll email them.
Yeah, tell them, hey, listen, Maurice, Saga Press author here.
Yeah. So, okay, so then they've surrendered, and then we get the horrible sequence of the crucifixion on Aran Way.
I do love a crucifixion scene.
The horrible.
They crucify. It's 10 miles. Is that right?
Hey, Bible, take this. I'm gonna do.
You got like 1 or 2 crucifixions. Yeah.
Boom.
I mean, that's how they
three
used to
cruci-
do. That's how they used to do it, right? Like they would do like mass crucifixions.
They did. They did.
And they were
it was usually used.
X-shaped.
Crucifixes were crucifying prisoners was used for like political prisoners, you know, revolutionaries, people they want to make an example of.
We should crucify the Epstein list.
Yes.
Yeah,
should.
I agree.
That'd be sick. I'd go to that.
You'd go to that? You go see it?
I'd do
I
like a
wouldn't
meetup.
go.
I'd do a meetup.
I wouldn't go, but I'd support it. You know,
Like a selfie.
Silent.
You'd watch
Have
the
you seen
highlights.
Crucifixions?
You'd watch the
I
highlights
wouldn't
on
watch
YouTube.
it. I couldn't watch it. No, but I'd
I'm
support
not.
it.
I'm not a gore guy. People will think that's weird after they read my book, but I'm not a gore guy. It really grosses me out.
You like it in books. You don't like it in front of your eyes. There's a difference.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So if you're gonna get some gore in kaiju, I'll go ahead and tell you. So,
Chapter 2, dude.
Yeah.
Like right off the.
Oh yeah, he's like touching the warm flesh. I was like, oh.
yeah. It's a lot of flesh. There's so much flesh. Anyway, so yeah, and I think it's interesting. It's very poetic that Duiker goes last. He went last through the gates of Arin, and he goes last in the crucifixion.
It's a good leader.
And he witnessed it to the end. So
It's a
it's
bummer.
also worth noting he fell. He fell at one point, and the necklace Coltane gave him from the Trigel Guild.
So
broke.
I will say, like the Coltane dying is sad. Like I don't like that, but I mean I do like that. But the Duiker is like one of those people that you really would love to see again.
Yeah.
And that was like such a bummer for me. It's not like it's not like crazy tragic or anything like Coltane or but it's still like it's
very
like
quiet.
Yeah, but then like it's one of those where you think about it, you're like, damn, I would love to have some more Duiker, and it's just a bummer to lose that. But hey, I didn't write the books, so
His
His death
perspective
is very
has been
quiet.
so refreshing.
oh yeah.
Sorry.
Who are you apologizing to? Never apologize to me, because I will never apologize to you.
Good.
I'll apologize
So
I won't believe you.
the he dies. It's very quiet, very understated, which I thought was interesting given what we just came from. Coltane's death was so big and tragic, and Duiker's is very small. He just fades away, and it is sad, very bitter end to his story.
Yeah.
But he was at peace, which I think is interesting. As much as you can be, I guess, hanging on a cross, but or an X. But he talks about going to see the people who just died, and how he's looking forward to seeing them again. So, and then he fades away, and that's a very. It's just like, gosh, like the chain of dogs. They're fighting for so long, so hard, and they
For these
in
fucks.
there. Yeah. So now is this? Do we know yet about what's happening in the city yet at this point?
Let me look at my notes here. No.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, there was something though where he's like, "Oh, we got him," and then he's like, "Not all of them," and he turned back, and you see that Blistig and Kanab are still on the wall, and so
the gates are closed. Yeah.
the gates are closed. So they did not gain Aaron, and they did not get everyone.
Yeah, they managed to hold a few back. I think it's like 300 people, right? 300 soldiers,
Including Nith and Nether. Nil and Nether.
yes. That's right. Because isn't there a moment when Duiker is like, you basically tells them like you're fucked, like they can hold that city. So
Yeah.
all is not
fucked.
lost.
Because the adjunct is like a week away.
Mhm.
They only have to hold it for a week until Tavora gets there. Right.
Do.
Nice.
Pormqual, I'm just making sure we got through. Talked about Duiker, we talked about Pormqual, talked about Malakrel, we hate them. Duiker's dead, it's sad.
We got everything in this one.
Yeah, I think so. The next one should be pretty quick too, so.
This is the
yeah, we're
one.
flying.
Yeah, this is the one that got a bit of talk because I get how it can feel a little anticlimactic.
I think, well, the thing is, it's like when you look at it from, you got to look at it as a whole, right?
Yeah.
So
Well, let's talk about it after you do your recap for it.
Yeah. So okay. Yeah. We can. I just want people to remember. There's
Yeah.
when writers write. I almost said we, like I'm important. When authors write, they think about pacing is very important chapter to chapter. So when you have something that is melancholic or just like insane, like you want to give breathing room for stuff. So even though we're going into a chapter that is very like high octane, like we still want breathing room at the end, because these last two chapters we just have tragedies at the end of them, right? So I feel like it's important to look at it, not just look at it as a full act or book, you know, how he does it in here, as opposed to thinking about it as like, this is anticlimactic, how this is happening. Because I think if we know anything, Erickson is far from anticlimactic when you look at it as a whole. Sometimes it's just, you know, not going to do it exactly like you like.
Yeah, and I do have some thoughts on like what happens there and why, and how I think Kalam's decisions are reasonable.
Okay. Well, sorry, we were just talking about chapter 23. Let me read. I'll read the recap, and then we'll go into kind of people talking about anticlimactic. We'll say names, addresses, whoever said that kind of stuff. Be sure to put that up. So, chapter 23. Kalam fights his way through waves of claw assassins in the dark streets of Mala's city with Manala, until Manala rescues him on horseback and takes him to Mock's Hold, where Empress Lucine awaits. Meanwhile, Fiddler, Absalar, Crocus, and the others exit the Azath and encounter the Jagged Gothos, who reveals that Ikariam is his son and that Mappa was manipulated into watching over him. At Mock's Hold, Callum confronts Lucine, but ultimately decides not to kill her after hearing her explanation about the Empire's actions and the secret plan involving Dujek. With Claw assassins still hunting him, Kalam escapes with Manala and reunites with Fiddler and the others before they are taken into Shadow, where Shadowthrone rewards them and grants several of them new paths forward. So yeah, this chapter is like, we're getting a lot of setup in this chapter for future books, right? Like, and we have to look, Erickson's going to want to do that in a way that's not info dumpy. So he does it through action, through dialogue, through stuff that happens within this chapter. You know, I think, again, Maurice, you talk about what people were saying, and then we'll kind of just go off of that.
Yeah, let's first talk about the Deadhouse, and then we'll talk about Malaz City and everything that happens with Kalam. So Deadhouse kind of happens, and we're Fiddler, Absalar, Crocus, and Relic, they fall through the floor and they land in the Deadhouse, which is also in Malaz City, and they meet Gothos, who is a Jagged, who is the writer of Gothos's Folly, and also, importantly,
a daddy.
Ikariam's dad.
A daddy.
He's Ikariam's dad, which means that Ikariam's dad is a Jagged. We don't yet know what the other half of Ikariam is, but we know he's only half Jagged. So we know Gothos fucked something else.
Hell yeah.
That is another race.
I wonder what it is. I actually don't know. So,
and it really does explain why Ikariam's so fucking powerful too.
He is so sick. All right.
But anyway, we meet Gothos. Gothos is like, Gothos explains why what happened to Ikariam, which was Gothos became the guardian of this Azath house, and Ikariam tried to free him, and all fucking killed a shit ton of people, and the nameless ones they basically erased his memory, and then we also learned that they did indeed kill everyone in Mappa's village. They destroyed Mappa's village to get him to look after Akarium, which Mappo isn't here to learn that, but I think Mappo's kind of sussed that out.
Yeah, Mappo seems to have figured that out. I think it's even addressed in the text. It's like Fiddler basically is like, doesn't, I think Mappo knows that or something like.
Yeah, I think he's figured that out. Yeah. I think you're right. And then Fiddler takes a healing drought, and it feels like he got kicked in the sternum.
Yeah.
And they're like, should we drink some of that? And he's like, only if you need it. And he needed it. Sorry for my murder cult.
He like broke his ankle or something coming through the portal.
Yeah.
And when he takes the draft, it just like snaps his foot back into place. Yeah. It's not, I think it's like how you would like set a bone, basically. Like,
yeah.
So he's like,
we get a lot of history. Yeah. We get a lot of history here in this chapter about Akarium and about Mappo and their whole story and how this all happened to Akarium and how like it really sucks because like he was just trying to rescue his dad, but his dad was like, "No, I like it here. It's great for me as a Jagged because Jaggeds prefer the life of a hermit apparently.
They're isolationist, like isolationist and individualistic. So they don't have a society, a greater society.
Yeah, they have no need for community, unlike people.
Yeah.
Remember that, everybody. Community is important.
Yeah.
But I think that's... Oh, and then at the end, fucking Gothos is like, okay, what do y'all want to do? Oh, no, that happens... That's later. Okay, now they're in Deadhouse. They're in Malaz City. Let's skip over to Kalam. Noah, take it away.
You're muted.
When he confronts Lacine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, Manala comes up and she's like, what are you doing? She saves him.
Yes. So, and then she takes him, Mox hold, right? And I'm guessing this is what people think is anticlimactic, this showdown.
The showdown with Lacine, where basically he's like, I'm going to kill you. And she's like, well, can I fucking say something first?
Yeah.
And he's like, sure. And so she gives the whole like explanation about
everything.
How all of it was a plan. Tayshrin was the one who tried to kill the bridge burners. That wasn't her.
Yeah.
Dujek One Arm isn't actually whatever.
Isn't actually exiled,
an outlaw.
Like this is
all a plan.
She's in on she's part of this whole plan that seemed like was against her at one point.
Yes.
Now, as far as I know, she's not lying. I've only read the first 3 books, right? So for me, from my point of view at this moment, this doesn't feel anticlimactic. If anything, this is like a holy shit moment. There's so much more going on here than we thought. So for me, what this does is open up multiple plot lines and it makes you rethink stuff that's already happened. So I get it on a surface level. Maybe this is anticlimactic, right? You wanted to see Kalam kill Lacine. Like, obviously that would have been sick. But what it does, I feel like it humanizes not only Lacine, if what she's saying is true, it also makes Kalam seem very reasonable. It's like, oh, okay. Like, I understand what you're doing. He's not making rash. Like, because if Crocus goes here, he's killing her, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
100%. So it's one of those moments where it sure, it may not be that exciting and it may feel anticlimactic, but in the end, it builds character. It's making these characters deeper. It's making us understand them more, and then gives us all these implications for everything that's going on outside of this moment right here. Again, this is all dependent upon if Lacine's telling the truth. Mm-hmm. I don't know.
Kalam's a pretty smart guy, though. He's a pretty smart guy, a pretty good judge of character, from what I can tell.
And he has to weigh that.
Yeah,
he has to weigh all of that, even if she is lying. There's like also, I put in here like the kind of reasons, like politically, Lacine says that her actions were meant to protect the Empire. Like, she wanted to protect the Empire. Kalinved was, we don't know, but she's saying he was, like, not good for the Empire anymore. Maybe he was choosing his own power. Who knows? And then
Given
he
that
has
he
to be like,
ascended and became Shadow Throne, that seems reasonable to suspect.
he's like, do I believe this woman or not? And then he starts thinking about, well, I came here to kill her because I believe that's what was best for the Empire.
Mhm.
But now that I know this information,
That might not be
that-
what's best.
that might not be what's best. And then there's like the whole devil you know. It's like, well, with Placine in charge, this is what we have. Even if I don't like her, if she is killed, then what? Who's going to take over? And we could get somebody way fucking worse. And so I think a lot of that kind of like goes through his head during this whole scene. And it turns out she wasn't even there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he also realized that too.
Uh-huh.
That she's not there. There's no point. Yeah, I think a lot of it is just that. Here's the thing. Here's what you have to understand as a reader, right? Kalam knows Lasine better than we do. And I think you're kind of accepting at this point he's doing what he thinks is best. If you want to read a book where somebody kills a monarch without thinking through all of the repercussions, you can read Anji Kills the King by Evan Lycum.
It's right here.
And it goes through all the reasons that's a real bad idea. So, Kalam is not hot-headed, and he's not impulsive. So
I understand
taking on
people
all
saying
this
like, well, he
information.
had this whole journey to come kill Lasine and he didn't kill her.
But that's
He's
good.
just gonna what? He's
That's
just
called
gonna
a
give up?
subversion of. That's a subversion of expectations. It's a writing technique. No, it's not a bad thing.
But I think
It
it's.
just
I
means
think it's.
there's more. It's
I
also
understand
book
why
2
you
of
might
10.
feel that way.
If he
but
kills
it
the
also
Empress
is
in
like,
book 2,
is it?
I think-
is Callum's actions are his actions motivated? I think we all agree that they are.
Yeah.
In fact, if we see at the end of this chapter, once Fiddler shows up with Apsalar and Crocus and Relic, where we actually see that Callum's like, not only is he like, okay, I'm gonna give up, I'm gonna do this, and he's like, you know what, I kind of need a fucking break.
I need to chill for a sec.
I need to chill for a second. So Shadow Throne's like, cool, come be a dad. Because you got 1,300 children dropped on my fucking castle.
I love this. This is the funniest possible end to Kalam's plot in this book. The funniest. He's like, all right, I'm finally gonna take a break. Got a girl, and Shadow's like, oh, by the way, here's a bunch of kids, not just one or two,
Wait.
1,300.
He's like, wait, how did they get here? And he's like, remember those kids you really wanted to save? Well,
We saved
them.
Do you still want them saved? Because now they're yours. But let's also acknowledge that, like, the imply, it's not just that he's taking care of them. Like, he's there to train them as assassins. Like, he's going to train them to be claws, basically. But
Yeah.
they won't work for Lasine. So if you think it's all like hunky dory between Kalam and Lasine, it is not. He lets her live. He decides not to continue pursuing her because he thinks at the moment that's what's best for the Empire. But Kalam's about to have a little fighting force of his own that is not answering to her. So
Yeah, he's like, I'll wait. If she gets out of line, then I'll get her.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, he's basically just saying that for the moment, he thinks it's better to have her in charge.
Yeah.
And I think there's also an element of this that, he's trusting people that he trusts, right? He's trusting Whiskey Jack and Dewjack to do what they're supposed to do, to keep things in line.
And how
And
couldn't
even
you
though we
trust
haven't-
those two?
Right. We haven't seen those two doing anything in this book. We don't know what they're up to. So, he's
We
saying
know what they're
basically-
up to.
You guys know what they're up to. But he is saying basically, like, he trusts them. He trusts them to make the right choices, and he has to believe what Lasine said. Also, she wasn't there. Doesn't matter anyway.
Right.
So,
It's like, should he chase after her even more? Is like, not at this point. Not at this
I mean,
point.
he's been
I'm
chasing
good.
her for months at this point, and he's almost died like 50 times. So I think,
Right.
it's reasonable that he to take a break in the Shadow Realm and, like, chill out for a while.
I would love hanging out in the Shadow Realm, dude.
Right?
I think I'd do well there.
I think
Yeah.
it's a scary place, though. Honestly.
Yeah, I don't think you'd cut it.
Well,
I don't think that's Marie's
Well.
place.
come on.
He's like, I just want to go to the shadow realm. Dude.
Some people were also complaining about how it didn't feel realistic that Shadow Throne would show up and just give boons to people. I'm like, well,
Yeah.
he's
wasn't-
a god.
That
They
is
kind
a
of
trope.
Do that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
like,
like that is a fantasy trope, but I also
like yes, Shadow. Also, we've seen him do it already in book 1. He gave a boon to Quick Ben. Like it was not like this is unheard of. He loves to make deals and play games.
Shadow Throne's chill.
That's not how I would describe him.
Okay,
But
he's like
No,
he's
chill.
he's chill for me. Like he's chill. Like I'm like
He's a new god.
yeah, and he's just like he's testing stuff out, seeing how it feels. Like, hey, should I help this person? Should I completely destroy this village? Like,
I mean,
what works?
He also
He even
has
says-
his own plans that we
Yeah, he's-
don't know.
Yeah. He says something though at the midst of this, like basically, yeah, I'm being magnanimous right now, but that could change any minute. So go ahead and make your decision. Like, you know, he's still in reinforcing, like, he's a little nuts. So
Yeah,
and
yeah.
like we've had an implication from Lacine and other characters that Kellenved, before he ascended, might have been a little crazy also. So, you know.
I don't know.
This
I don't
dude-
think he, based on this book, I don't know if he changed all that much.
Right. That's kind
Shadow
of the
Throne?
implication
Power-
right there, too.
His
This-
power
this-
level changed.
This is why I want to read these Isomont books. Like I want to
Esselmont,
Esselmont.
they're the ice novels. They're considered the ice novels.
Oh.
It's ENC Esselmont. But so you keep saying Isolmont, and I'm like, you're combining the acronym and the last name. But
Yeah, I
that's-
would like
yes,
to read.
I
Well, you know, if we're
think
going to be doing bonus books, we could probably work them in.
they're long too. they're
Are they really?
fucking long. Yeah,
I thought they were shorter for
they're-
some reason. Okay.
Night of Knives is short, but all the other ones are like 1,000 pages. So
Maybe we can just do the first one and then see.
yeah.
Like maybe we'll do that.
Well, so book 2. Let me see. I'm gonna do some research real quick.
I know
on
some people
when-
don't like Knight of Knives because it's so different from the core books.
Well, a lot of people don't like Guard of the
it's-
Moons either, but they can suck my dick.
Night of
Little
Knives
fat one.
is a dual perspective, more classic fantasy novel written very. It's like super quick read. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it as a read, but
Yeah, we'll see.
Give
But
me
we could
that
definitely throw it in as a
dual
bonus
POV,
book and see how
baby.
people like it. So, all right, is that? Let me see.
That's pretty much it. We talked about
Next
the
is
bones.
just the epilogue. Right?
No.
Did we miss?
Hold on.
Behind
Let-
us.
no.
let me-
Then we learned that fucking Fiddler's dumbass is like, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm re-enlisting.
yeah. Why not, dude?
He's like, do you
Yeah.
want to go help the bridge burners? He's like,
Fuck yeah.
nah, I'm gonna go help Tavor.
Yeah, do it the
Yeah.
old way.
What?
Why? I don't get
Fiddler,
that. That's
what?
what like. I don't really understand the motivations there, other than Fiddler just kind of feels like a lost little puppy sometimes. But
I think that's it. I think Fiddler saw an end to his story as a bridge burner and feels like there's something happening here. Fiddler's also a vibe guy, and I think he's like
True.
I think he's getting a vibe that he needs to be with.
he's a
This
vibe
element.
guy. He's also a sapper, which means he's a little unhinged. Okay, let's be real.
Yeah, that's
So-
true too.
You know, he's going where the wind blows, I guess.
Okay.
So.
Okay, here we go. Chronological order. I need all of them. No. Chronological, all of them.
Chronological or publication?
Not publication.
I think this one, this series you're supposed to read chronologically, right? If you're implementing the ice books, they're supposed to be like throughout the series, right?
There is, yeah. There is like a, so it's, but you don't want to read them. A lot of people say read the Malazan Book of the Fallen, then read the Esselmont books, then move on, and you can at that point either do the Path to Ascendancy trilogy, you can do the Carbalon and Botch.
Is that like the God is not
Series.
willing?
That's the Witness trilogy, which
Okay.
is after, that takes place after.
It's just so much.
And then there's the Carcanus trilogy, which
That's the one he's still
is-
writing, right?
He's still writing that and the Witness trilogy. The Witness, I've only read the first book of the Tale of Witness, and it is fucking good.
Well, let's get through these 10 Malazan
let's
first.
focus on the 10.
Let's get through.
We could definitely do Knight of Knives as a bonus.
Let's read the recap for chapter 24. This is our last chapter. Besides the epilogue, we don't really need to talk about that much. But let's go.
The
Let's do
epilogue's super fast.
Yeah, chapter 24.
Let's do it.
Felice Perrin leads the army of the apocalypse out of the whirlwind warren to Balan and discovers the horrific aftermath of the Chain of Dogs along the Aran Way, where Kobolo Dam proudly displays thousands of crucified Malazan soldiers. As Felicen prepares to confront her sister Tavor in the future, Boric unknowingly stands beside the crucified body of his friend Duiker and prays to Finir. In Aran, Adjunct Tavor arrives to take command while the shattered survivors of Coltane's march struggle with their grief. Elsewhere, Mappo and Akarium continue their wandering. Gessler and his companions search the crucified bodies for Duiker, and strange agents gather the soul of Coltane, hinting that his legacy may not yet be finished, Sarah. That's all.
So
I've done some research, and from what I'm seeing, you should do Knight of Knives after book 5.
Okay, good to know.
okay.
So that'll be July.
Yeah. So real quick on the recap, were you including the epilogue in that?
No.
Okay, because the agents they think they're gathering Coltane's
Yes.
soul, but of course we know they're not. They're gathering Duiker's soul.
Yes, Duiker's.
So yeah, they're pulling down that desiccated corpse that they can't recognize him, and they gather Duiker's soul. So that's going to be interesting to see what happens with him. But as far as this chapter, I mean, it's pretty straightforward. But Felicen rolling in, turning the whirlwind into a portal,
Pretty sick.
and using it to walk straight through to Aran.
Was like,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah. That's an immense amount of
fucking
power.
power.
Yeah, we haven't seen like anyone able to do that kind of thing. That's like just stepping.
I bet
across
Quick
the
Ben
world.
could figure it out.
Well, I mean, maybe he could definitely travel through Warrens, so he could do some stuff. But
I bet he could, like, if he had time and some prep time, he's the Batman of this series.
Yeah.
For sure.
it's also worth noting that basically that's what the whirlwind was. They were opening that portal to bring the army of the apocalypse to Aran. So you know, yeah,
The whirlwind
I mean,
is a warren. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we're setting up essentially a lot of stuff here because Tavor is there now, and so is
Or she's gonna
Felisa
be
and
there
Shaik.
soon.
I think
Yeah.
she's there, isn't she? She's arrived.
She
at
gets
this
there.
point, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, well, Felicen's like, we're gonna wait for them in the desert, and they leave, and she goes back. Then Tavor shows up. They're not there like at the same time, but
Okay. Yeah, and that's where we leave that. Mappo and Akarium. This is where Akarium wakes up and doesn't remember anything, right? He's like,
And
yes.
yeah.
Yeah, also,
Yeah.
somebody pointed this out, important information. Keneb was given a child.
Mm-hmm.
yes. Duiker handed him off a child, and Keneb.
That is an important thing to remember.
He said that he found the child's grandfather, right? Wasn't that?
I don't know.
That's the same
I can't
thing.
remember that, but I don't know.
Because I think, yes, he was coming to find Duiker to tell him he found the child's grandfather, and that's when Duiker killed Nefpara, Gistel.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
And Keneb runs away to go tell Ballistic. Yeah.
There's some important info with Keneb and a child, so
Yeah.
just remember that.
So,
Oh my
Mappo
god.
and Akarium, though.
Mappo and
Akarium
Akarium.
does not. He wakes up, does not remember anything.
He's like, "Hey, friend Mappo, what's going on?"
Yeah.
And Mappo's like, "It's been a week, or a couple of days since we were hunting that apt. We know that was apt, by the way."
Mm-hmm.
And so Akarium just loses all of that, the whole book.
Yeah, pretty much the entire book. And
So sad. So
but
sad.
before that, Mappo saves a couple of dogs. Because it was
Y'all want to bet what dogs those are?
it's the roach dog and what's the leader of the cattle dogs? What's his name? Bent. Yeah, Roach and Bent.
Bent and Roach, dude. It's Bent and Roach.
And basically they're like, hey, can you help us with this? And Mappo's like, nah, they're too far gone. Then he remembers that he has some magical elixirs, and so he gives them the last of his elixirs to save the dogs. And I love this. I love this scene because when it comes back around to Ikariam, Ikariam's like, I mean, I feel like shit. Do you have any of those elixirs? And Mappo's like, no. I gave the last ones to save some dogs. And I love this because Ikariam is not even mad. He's like,
no, he's like,
I bet they deserved it. And I was like, dude, he's like the purest soul, and then he's also the Hulk. Like he's also like a rage monster who can lose all control and obliterate society. Like,
holy shit.
Yeah, Ikariam is the Hulk. Or Jekyll and Hyde. Yeah.
I like the Hulk better.
Wow. The Hulk is a great... That's a great pull, dude. It's a great pull.
So yeah, it's so good. I just love that scene. It's like, you know what?
But I also love that Gessler, Stormy, and
those
Truth
dogs did
are there. Yeah. Yeah, they did.
Our boys are there?
Gessler, Stormy, and Truth are the ones that found the dogs who Mappo gives the healing draughts to. So they're over there looking for...
Talk about a crew.
Every single one of them is going to be ascended by the end of this. Dogs included. So I couldn't remember for sure that it was them, so that's why I didn't say. Yes, Stormy, Gessler, and Truth are the ones in the wagon. What's interesting about that is the Salanda had disappeared from Iron Harbor before the Coltane's death. So they came back to get Duiker's body, right? Was they were looking for? Yeah.
They were looking for Duiker, and they found Duiker's body, but he was fucking gone.
Yeah, he's too
long gone.
Desiccated. Yeah.
I mean, they lied to Truth, because Truth was like, "Did you find him?" And they were like, "No."
Yeah.
It's also what a great moment of humanity, right? Mm-hmm. I love the little moments of vulnerability in this book. That
you're in, Will, dude. This is it. You're talking. I mean, everything is so. This book, I remember reading it the first time around, and I was like, all these people cry so much, and I'm like, why am I crying? And that's like, you built that. It really shows the importance as a writer for displays of emotional vulnerability and how important they are for character development. And it may feel crazy that Mappo's crying because his friend doesn't remember and he's going through a lot, but it fucking makes sense for Mappo, and then it endears us to him. And important lesson as a writer that everyone who's listening should learn.
Yeah. Well, they're people, right? They're not just 2D cutouts.
Right.
They're people. I think there was some criticism when we read Gardens. Some people felt like the characters weren't very deep. They didn't
Shut the fuck up.
I don't feel like you can make that argument here. If you didn't connect with these characters, I don't know what's wrong with you. You need therapy, a lot of it. So
I'm just saying, people who love Malazan, I trust their book recommendations.
Right? That's kind of what I'm getting to. Same. If you really love Malazan, I kind of trust what you say.
Yeah, if you don't, if you have issues with it, I would have concerns about the books you recommended to me.
Yeah, same.
And your books, if you're a writer. If you're not a fan of Malazan, I kind of have that same thing.
Oh, if you write a book and you don't like Malazan?
This is quickly becoming a linchpin series for me, and I'm only 2 books out of 10. So, I'm going to be insufferable by the time I finish this thing.
You're going to be one of the fans people hate for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. Every time someone's like, you ever got a book rec? You should read Malazan.
Yeah, you've heard Malazan, you piece of shit.
Every single time.
Malazan people will love you. But other people will hate you.
Well, I know because I used to be the other people.
Our Malazan,
so frustrating.
Our Malazan, you're gonna fit right in on Reddit.
Oh, I'm gonna be on that server all the time, dude.
I saw. Side note. Since we're getting towards the end, I can go off here. But I don't go on Reddit very often anymore because I'm an adult. And so I was scrolling through the other day.
You have sex with girls. So like,
I have sex with women. And
not
I was
girls.
I like lit. Obviously, I'm writing a lit RPG right now, so I do like some research stuff. And so I was on the subreddit looking at some stuff, like stuff people like and don't like. And someone had like a tier ranking list of lit RPGs. And I don't know if you guys know S.L. Rowland. He's an author who's written a few lit RPGs, and this guy's list. S.L. Rowland just comments. He's like, "Hey, I got a couple for your F tier if you wanted me to send them over to you." I was like, "That's so good." I was like, "That's so funny." So I know I screenshot it and sent it to him. I thought that was. I was like, "That makes me want to read your book."
That's very funny. It's like people who use their 1-star reviews as marketing material. I like that too.
So so Ace wouldn't let Matt put his 1 stars on the back of his book because that's like his thing. He loves 1-star reviews, and he has like a selection. And so they wouldn't let him put it on the back of the trad release. So he was bummed about that. But
we got Miles Lyon. I was talking to him the other day, and he said because his book just came out, so he's getting all the reviews and everything. And he got a 1-star, but there was no review with it. And he said he was just mad because he couldn't use it in viral marketing.
Yeah. You can't. He got an arc that was a 1-star. What the fuck?
It wasn't an arc. It was after the main.
Oh, okay. I was like, damn.
It was somebody who I saw it when it happened.
I got an arc 1
and
star.
Damn.
And now look at you.
I saw the
It was
review when
It was a DNF at 60%.
At 60, that's wild.
Oof.
Where they at at 60% in the book? Because in my mind, I'm thinking that's like when the head thing happens.
They're on the island.
Okay.
So
an arc reader.
they're on the. I think they're
DNFing
even. I think they're in the tunnels. At that
Okay.
An arc reader DNFing and then rating it publicly feels so shitty to me. Like,
yeah,
if you're an
that's
arc reader,
you got the book for
and
free.
You're gonna DNF it and then rate it? Holy shit!
No, should that be
That
one of my
guy,
rules?
man.
That should be one of my rules. If you get this and you rate it and you don't like it, I will find you.
No, I think it's reasonable to say, like, if you don't finish this, please don't rate it. Like, that.
Yeah, you're an arc
Well,
reader.
you shouldn't rate books you don't finish. I don't. I review
Right.
them, but I don't rate them.
No.
Like,
Well, because, like, my thing is, so much can change at the end of a book, right? Like, I think it's, if you were reading this book, if you're in Deadhouse Gates, and maybe you're at like a 4-star, and you get to the last 5 chapters, it could elevate it to a 5-star very easily. You know, you DNF it at 70% or whatever, then you don't know. So
yeah, I have this. Did I tell you guys this? I have this idea for we need a new rating system. Did I already say this to y'all?
Mm-mm.
Okay, I was talking to Rach. Okay, so my new rating system, it's like all you do is you decide when you read something, do you want to give it a star, no star, or take a star away?
Huh.
That's it. So books accumulate stars. And so this book has 1,200 stars, which is like a shit ton, but this book only has 200. So there's it also serves as like a measure for popularity as well.
Yeah.
Like how many stars it has. But if you have
it's
a
basically
negatively
just, recommend or don't recommend, right? Like, that's basically
Yeah.
what it is.
It's super Rotten Tomatoes-y, which I actually also like.
See, Rotten Tomatoes works though. It's a good metric for whether a movie's
A
good.
tomato or a splat. It's either a yes or a no. Period.
Yeah.
That tells me more than if you had 2 options, yes or no, this book, and you chose to know it. It's like, well, okay, that means you really didn't recommend it. But then you get, so all those people that are like 3 stars are good are like, well, then that would be a yes.
That'd be a yes. It's just a yes, right? You
Yeah,
should build that
just
site.
a
Rose.
yes.
You have the know-how to do that. Go build that site.
Rotten. What do we call it? Rotten potatoes.
I think if you do that, you're going to get like a copyright strike pretty quickly.
Oh, you're right.
So, do you think I'll get copyright struck? So, I wrote a chapter in my lit RPG where there's a guy I base off Matt Dinneman, who's a demon goat, who sits and draws cats, and he has a dog, a small dog named Prince Danish.
I think he will love that.
I think he will too. Yeah, but I'm just worried about that.
Yeah, I think that's great.
I'll check with him.
That's so.
So
Deadhouse Gates has had 6 1-star reviews, but only 2 of them had actual reviews. The rest
Name
of them
them.
not.
Who was it?
No, I'm not gonna name them. But
I mean, they're on Goodreads. You could go
Richard
find them.
Richard Swan sends me all his 1-star reviews.
That's funny.
He's like, go comment on this.
It's still showing like 0% of my ratings are 0 or 1 star.
I got a couple of 2 stars this week, and one of them was like 8 or 9 paragraphs of things this person didn't like. And I was like, damn, you had a lot of thoughts about a book that you hated.
They do, dude. They tend to.
It is what it is. I mean,
I found that I've had the most critical ratings be 3 stars.
That tracks. I had a 3-star that was very
it's weirdly like here's like 2 pages of critiques. 3 stars.
There are prolific.
I can't wait for the next one.
Dude, there are prolific 3-star raters that follow me on Instagram that I'm doing everything I can to make sure they do not get an arc of my book. Because I know they're gonna fucking go for it, and just because that's what they do.
There are people that 1-star books that they don't get the arcs approved for.
People suck, man. People are so stupid.
I've seen people do that.
I don't know.
I mean, people do crazy shit. There's a guy. I was telling Miles, right? So Miles gets this 1 star, and I saw when it popped up because his rating dropped. He was on my want to read list on Goodreads. It dropped. So I went and looked at the review, and I was talking to him about this. This person they read a shitload of indie books, or at least they rate a shitload of indie books.
Oh, I know this guy.
Of them 1 or 2 stars, all of them.
Yeah.
His average rate, he has 800 books rated on Goodreads, and his average rating is like 2.6. You don't like books.
Stop
reading books.
I'm
You don't like them.
I'm convinced people who write really shitty 2- and 3-star reviews about indies have tried to write a book and they just can't do it.
And they're mad that somebody did it. Yeah,
that's my assumption. I know that's probably wrong.
Or there are people who they hate seeing someone get hype, and Miles got a lot of hype before his release, and they don't like seeing people get hype.
It is
so
not.
They go on and they fuck this guy.
I'm just telling you, I'm gonna be a case study when my book is being pushed. I am gonna get. I'm cooked. I'm gonna get cooked, bro.
You're gonna get I don't know. I think your book. You want to bet on this? I think your book is gonna settle at when you get to we'll say 100 ratings. I think your book is gonna settle at a 4.2.
Yes.
4.24.
I mean that's it's probably like a 4.1 right now in my mind anyway. So it's although my
book is an eternal 2-star in my brain.
My last 10 chapters, Brock.
My book is a 5-star in my brain.
I told Miles I read that review 5 or 6 times, and I know that's it just speaks to my own neuroses, right? I went back and read that review so many times because I was
dude, I'm not even gonna fucking.
Just got in my head.
I'm gonna teach you something when I'm doing this because I will not ever look at a review.
That's good.
Yeah, I'm to the point. I'm to the point where I've stopped. I'll get on occasionally just to check my where my rating is, but I'm about to hit 1,000.
Yeah, that's great, dude. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna have my PA. I'm gonna have my PA send me good reviews, and that's it.
Okay.
Smart.
What are you laughing at that for? That's a good idea. Then I have it.
That's a good idea.
He was laughing at you having a PA.
Yeah, fuck yeah, I'm hiring Stacy, dude.
That's exactly what I was laughing at. Was you having a PA?
Why would I not hire my friend to be my PA? If I can pay my friend to do work for me, that's awesome.
Sure. Yeah. No, it's if you can just not look at them. If you can just not look at them, that's the smartest thing to do. Don't even check them. Put the book out. Never look at the reviews and just move on. That is absolutely the smartest thing you can do.
Wait, do I know Stacy?
She's a PA for pretty successful indie authors. Andy, Michael R. Miller,
what's her name?
Julia and Ken, who are now Trad.
Is it Stacy behind the pin?
Yeah.
I know Stacy.
That's Stacy.
I didn't know she PA'd.
Yeah. She's great.
How much she charge? Don't tell me right now on the podcast. I'll talk after.
Yeah, let's not talk about that right now.
She's got room for clients. But yeah, she's pretty selective, so I can recommend you if you do actually want one. But
She loves Deadhouse Gates. Shut the fuck
I know
up.
she does. I know she does. Well, just because she
We
loves a
talk.
book doesn't mean she wants to take on the work. If you need a little push, I'm happy. Me and Stacey are best
She'd
friends.
fire you to work with me.
I actually do not believe that in the slightest because Stacey fucking loves me.
Okay, so real quick before we wrap up, let's at least discuss the epilogue.
Oh yeah, because it's pretty exciting.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
oh.
So the epilogue is. Do you have a recap, or do you want me to?
Yes, I do.
Okay. It's
I
pretty
know-
short, so I didn't know.
Yeah, I know. I was thinking, should I just read the epilogue? But no,
Oh wait,
It's longer than-
wait. We missed something.
Did we?
Yes, two big things. Two things.
Okay.
One, we find out what the spiders are.
Oh right. Yes,
With Pus.
I did forget about that. Yes.
Pust is walking through the fucking desert,
Yes.
and then suddenly spiders just fucking start pouring out of his clothing, and they form Megora, a woman.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, I've been watching it. And they just fucking start fighting and arguing, and they're definitely gonna bang. 100%. They're totally gonna bang. He's been warning about these damn spiders, and they've been living in his house. But she's like, I never wanted to become a god. I saw you painting those rocks. So yeah, that was true. It was. So somebody called me out. 100%. He was literally painting hands on rocks. It wasn't just a magical trail. Also, then the Bokaral show up. They work for the alchemist. What's his name?
Baruch.
They work for Baruch, and they go ahead and they grab the shattered thing that holds Dujek's soul. Not Dujek. Duiker's soul.
Yes. Yes.
And they're like, well, we got to take his body too, because humans are kind of weird, and they like their bodies.
Yeah.
I like other
And
people's
so-
bodies.
And so, Duiker might be coming back.
We'll see.
We will see.
You think people know it's me now that I turned my head around? They're like, who the fuck was this guy?
Who's been that guy though? Okay, now do the epilogue.
Okay. There's some pronunciations in here I'm sure I'll have issues with, but
Not you.
okay. Out of the Wiccan plains of Quan Tali, a pregnant young widow steps out of a housewife's yurt and stops after 30 paces. The horsewife has told her that the child she carries is an empty vessel and without a soul. She has been given a medicine that will return the cursed child back to earth. But she places the flask to her lips. But as she places the flask to her lips, the horsewife stays her wrist and peers at the dark clouds gathering overhead. Seeing both fear and hope in the horsewife's face, the widow demands to know what is happening. Suddenly, a dark cloud descends upon her, and she's enveloped by a seething mass of crows. As the housewife gives wordless voice to the anguish of thousands of grieving souls, the widow comes to a sudden realization. Deep within her, the child stirs.
Coltane Bliss.
Coltane, baby.
Ooh. Exciting.
Coltane's about to get tattersailed.
You gotta.
Kind of.
So.
But the way that the way the Wiccans work is he's not gonna age quickly like Tattersail. He's a baby.
That'll be cute, dude.
a little bitty baby Coltane. Like
Just
a 3-year-old
commanding
Coltane.
battlefields.
Yeah. Yeah. So big lore drop right there at the end.
Yeah, pretty exciting.
Yeah.
So people who skip epilogues, fuck off.
You're in for it. You're in for it with this one.
You're gonna be confused.
Also,
Where did you
shortest
come from?
Thing in
I'm
the
just
book.
gonna
It's
say-
the shortest thing in the book.
I'm just gonna say this. If the only thing stopping you from reading something is not having the word chapter before it,
That is 100% the only thing.
that's crazy. Because they could just make this chapter 0 and then chapter 50, whatever. It would be like chapter 18.
I'm all for prologues being chapter 1. I
had this issue
They
with
serve a
Devil's
different
Gate.
purpose.
I know they do.
Not only do they serve a different purpose, they
people
fuck
skip
with your
them.
time. So Cello's Gate takes place over a 2-week period.
Mm-hmm.
The whole book does, except for the prologue, which happens 17 years earlier. So, I write in such a way that it's very continuous. I do not do, time jumps in my book. So it wouldn't fucking make sense for chapter 1 to be 17 years earlier.
Yes. Yeah. No, I get, especially even my prologue, it takes place during chapter 25 of my book, just from a different point of view. So that would be very confusing.
That wouldn't make any sense.
But it would make people read it.
I can't believe people skip prologues. That drives me. That's so insane.
I can't believe people skip anything. How do you skip anything? It's on the page. You're supposed to read it.
Go read the dedication. I go back and I go look at maps. I'll look at chapter titles. I'll look at the table of contents.
I really enjoy author notes at the end of books. Okay, I really enjoy them.
Same.
I think they're great. Okay.
My goal is to make my acknowledgments unskimmable.
Yeah. It also
They're
drives me nuts
unskimmable.
that a lot of audiobooks don't include them. That's weird. Include them. So
Include them.
Okay.
Should we wrap this up?
Gates. It's done.
Memories of
Deadhouse
Ice next. Pretty
Let's
exciting.
talk super quick. I wanted to look at a couple things. So I was curious about this. I went on the club because I archived Deadhouse Gates today and put Memories of Ice as our active book. So I was just curious how good we were about retaining people, how people stayed with us. So Gardens of the Moon had 1.1K, is the listed amount of comments. Deadhouse Gates, we had 1.0, so pretty similar. With Gardens of the Moon, you can look at people who reviewed it in the club, basically.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't.
don't want to see.
That's pretty good after this many months to have this basically the same engagement comment-wise.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's wild.
So, I did rate mine in the book, but now I'm having trouble finding it. And it won't show me the total. It would show me the total score that we gave it, basically. Gardens of the Moon was at a 4.5, which is a lot higher than its average if you look at Goodreads.
Oh yeah, I think it's under 4 on Goodreads.
It's
3.9 something. Yeah.
Wow.
If you go to Deadhouse Gates, assuming it'll let me see this one, it will not, of course. It was at it was a little lower. It was a 4.45.
That probably just means more people rated it.
So we had a few people who gave a 3.5. That's about the lowest I've seen.
Who?
This person's a 3.25.
Tell us.
You can go look at the. I'm not going to call them out here. You can go look at the club and see it. They just said they did not enjoy it nearly as much as Gardens. So
That's crazy, dude.
Lots of 4, 4.5, 5, lots of those. That's the majority. Most of these are 5 stars, to be honest with you.
I wish I knew how to use Fable more than I do.
You just go to the archive. Go. You can see it on the club, but just go to click on where you can see Deadhouse Gates and Gardens, and you can just go to either one and go through the chats for those. People can still post in those, so there are some new chats in Gardens that I've gone back and checked.
Oh yeah, because people can go in and follow along.
Mm-hmm. Honestly, our retention is pretty good. I feel good about where the club is sitting. People seem excited about Memories of Ice.
Bro, I didn't think we'd have more than 100 people in here.
Dude, right? And we're sitting currently, as of this moment, at 483.
That's so cool. I did see a couple people, I saw, we did have some drop-offs during Deadhouse Gates, and I think it was, just heaviness.
Yeah.
And probably having to do with the state of the world and all of that combined. So I saw Rachel, her name's Rachel, and she's a huge First Law fan.
Yeah. I know Rachel.
She dropped off. She did I think she dropped off at the house. She's I needed a fucking break.
But she'll be back. She'll be back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw a few people saying they were taking a break, but they were planning to come back, which is totally fine. Like, take a break.
Yeah.
It's all
Yeah,
good. It'll be here.
100%.
We're the only people that have to read it.
I mean, if you can't stick it out like a real reader like us, I get that. Because God forbid you have to read one book a month.
No.
But
I'm trying to be nice.
By the way,
okay, I'm trying to be nice.
I
over
think,
here.
okay, so we're kind of interrupting the schedule a little bit. We're going to have a bonus. We're kind of taking next week off. We're going to do a bonus episode that will air at some point in the next 3 weeks.
that's the hope.
That's the hope. We're not sure when it'll be on here.
Kaiju.
So, well, yeah, we should talk about that. Let me talk about Kaiju for a second.
Yes.
So, and I'll just talk about next week. So we're still trying to figure out what we're going to do with the first few chapters of Memories of Ice. I have a work trip that is not going to give me time to record next week. So we need to figure out what to do with that. We may record 2 the week after and then just post simultaneously. We will let you guys know once we know that. We have started Kaiju. So if anybody wants to read Kaiju Battlefield Surgeon with us, that's Matt Dinneman's book. We are doing that, and then we are going to do a bonus episode for that. The hope is that happens in the next 3 weeks. We are on Matt's schedule at the moment. So I'm waiting to hear back from Matt on a date or time that works for him, whether he can or cannot do it. I told him that we would be flexible for him because I obviously think the episode would be better if we can get Matt on. The hope is he can do it in the next 3 weeks. He still has a few bounce house things to do. So it just depends. And if we can do it with him, great. He'll be on the podcast at some point. Matt will be. So we just need to figure out, can we get him to do Kaiju in the next few weeks, at the latest a month. If he's not able to do it in the next month, we'll just do the episode. Like, it just is what it is. Obviously he is a busy person. We are nobodies. Well, not me and Maurice, but
Damn.
He was like for a second solidarity.
And I'm just gonna let you. If Matt does come on this, I want to let you guys know. If you think I'm mean to Will, just wait. It's gonna, because I'll introduce Will to Matt.
Matt Dinneman very publicly told me "fuck you" this
He
week.
hates you, dude. I showed him your picture too. Whenever I get him to say "fuck you" to someone or write in their book, I show their picture to him so he can get a vibe for the person.
That's way meaner, by the way.
That's
Instead of
wild.
being, hey, my friend Will, this would be funny. Tell him you'll fuck.
This is exactly how it happened. I was standing next to him.
No, he said, hey, I want to show you this picture of this friend. Just tell me the first thing that pops in your head. And
He said, "Fuck you."
No way, dude. That's crazy.
Well, I will say
No
this.
way.
I will
No
say this.
way.
I showed him Adam when I had him sign something for Adam. And it's funny because he actually met Adam this weekend, so they got to talk about the bitch boy thing. But I actually had him sign Adam's book when I saw him a month ago, his Kaiju book. And I said, write whatever you want to Adam. Here's a picture of him. And he called Adam. He said, this is for Noah's little bitch boy, Adam, Matt Dinneman. So that's in his book. So he's just a cool dude, He's what I aspire to be.
Matt Dinneman is what you said. That's fair, honestly.
Oh, not like
sorry.
success-wise, just like caring of what people
I
think.
mean, I'm sure you wouldn't care if you wouldn't be mad if you were.
No, but my lit RPG is not his. No.
Well, I very
This
much
is
hope we
also
can get him on.
his 18th
think-
lit RPG. Apparently, there's a whole catalog we're getting through right now on the back end of Malazan.
Wait,
Yeah,
I gotta go
it's,
read Dominion of Blades.
it's pretty sick. Trans character in it, done well.
Wow.
Oh my god, guys! Sorry, I had to go off camera because I keep getting this fucking spam call. It keeps calling me over and over and over. So I answered it just now, and they're calling asking for my mom, who does not live here. This isn't her phone number. Nothing.
For sure.
And I've told them probably 50 times to stop fucking calling me, and I'll block them
You
and
have
they'll
a
give me a new
house
number
phone?
to call me again. No, it's like my cell phone.
Will, I want you to admit you're still in your parents' cell phone plan right now, live to everybody.
You know what? My parents are on my cell phone plan.
Mm-hmm.
So
That's what.
Maybe that's why.
that's true. That's my cell phone plan.
They're
I
like,
bought
who's
them
the
on.
adults?
It's cheaper than them.
Who's the adult here? They're gonna call the
Yeah.
mom.
Well, in fairness, I wonder that sometimes too. But no, I literally just talked to the guy. I said, "Stop fucking calling me. Please stop fucking calling me." I hung up, and he immediately called me again.
I love this guy, dude.
They're trying to put me on fucking tilt, and it's working. Anyway.
Anyway, it was great seeing you guys. We will be... that's the end of Deadhouse Gates. Come back in 2 weeks, and we're going to have 2 episodes of Memories of Ice for you. We're going to be covering a lot, so get to reading. Get those audiobooks
You know what we could do? I just had this idea. Guys, what if we just do one long-ass episode?
For the whole book?
When are we going to film?
No. For the
just
first 2
2
sections.
milestones?
Yeah.
I
When are we
mean,
going to film that?
We're going to have to...
on a Monday, dude.
You guys might have to wake up at a normal time.
You guys are going to have to stay up late. You're going to have to stay up late and do it overnight. That's the only time I can sit down for that long and do it.
Okay. We'll do it one night
What?
at 9.
That's all dude. Or we could start
I can't do that.
10 a.m.
Yeah, if you guys, I can. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out for you guys. Don't worry, I'm gonna hang up.
Off camera.
The point is, we will have episodes for everything in Memories of Ice, like we always do. But we are not going to be giving you a podcast next week
Because
unfortunately,
not Will, Noah.
don't blame me for this one.
Sorry, bud. Sorry.
I know.
Man.
I do work.
I wanted to create a long version of your name, Noah, and I could not think of anything.
Just call me Noanicus or Ganois.
No Anakin Skywalker over here.
Woo!
Fucking can't. He can't. He's got his life's too busy. He's.
I'll be in Austin. If anybody wants to meet up, let me know. I'll be in Austin.
Well, that's a dangerous proposition.
It is. Well, I will.
His real job.
I will be looking through everything that's available on you online before you see me in real life.
Next week is the week that Noah works this year to earn his income. So he'll. That's when he won't be here.
Hey, I took a sick day today.
Yes, and I want to apologize for all the coughing nonsense. Hopefully, I'm feeling better when you see me next.
I love that you were like, I can't believe I got through that whole monologue without coughing. I was like, dude, you coughed like several times.
And I was in a flow state. I didn't even notice. I was, yeah.
All right, I'm hanging up. Hey, thank you all for being here. If you made it this far, comment flow state in the book club. Flow state is the winners. Jordan, here's another chance for you. If you comment flow state.
Podcast yet, y'all. Look at that. 2 hours 16.
Yeah, that's pretty good. And we only bullshitted for like half an hour, I bet, total.
We did pretty good.
We did great.
We did pretty good.
We did great.
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye. Love you guys.
Bye-bye.
See ya.